It's a day game here at Camden Yards as the Kansas City Royals and the O's will conclude this three-game set of what's going to be a hot and steamy, probably 95-degree afternoon before we're done. For the Orioles, this is a chance to sweep Kansas City. The last time they had a sweep of Kansas City happened to be here at Camden Yards, and it was in '07. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. The Orioles, a chance for a really good homestand as they put up some good numbers both offensively and on the mound. Take a look at what this homestand looks like going into the final day of it. They're averaging 4.6 runs on this homestand with that .273 batting average. They've hit 19 doubles and 328 with runners in scoring position over that span. That's the best number in the American League. ERA 5.09, but the runs have been there, and they've had 10 hits in 5 of the 7 games. And a victory today will make a 5-3 stand. And Mike, you like those?
It make for a pretty interesting homestand. When you think about it, in the middle of this homestand, they had back-to-back games where they allowed 30 runs in the middle of this, and to respond and come back and win the next 4 has been pretty remarkable. So we'll look for more of that today. Really, it's going to determine how this homestand is looked back.
They have a chance for a 5-game win streak. They have not had a 5-game win streak this year, and one of the leading catalysts for the Orioles has been Adam Jones.
Yeah, he has been just terrific this month of May, really carrying the club both offensively and defensively for Adam Jones. Second highest average. Hard to imagine anybody having a better month. 375, home run, 14 RBIs, 10 extra base hits, has played outstanding defense. He's stolen 5 bases on the year, hasn't been caught once, so he's been doing it all.
That's amazing. And the Orioles also have a couple of 10-game hit streaks going as they've got Nick Markakis, who's on one, and VLADIMIR Guerrero. The middle of that lineup has really been hot.
Yeah, there's nobody to pitch around in the middle of the order right now with Markakis, Jones, and Vladdy. 3 hot hitters all bunched together, so that makes for trouble for the opposition.
And the other thing you're trying to do is get to that 500 mark. The Orioles have had an opportunity to do that a few times this season. If they can get this win, they will be there and cause an even further bunching of the American League East.
Yeah, it's all bunched up. Everybody at the end of the day has a chance to be 500 or better in the division, so it's all bunched up. You know, some teams seem to win 5 in a row, lose 5 in a row. There's been ebb and flow to the positions in the division, so it's still all stacked up tight together as this team goes west.
Mike, we talked about the fact this is going to be a pretty sultry day, and for the pitchers, I've got to believe it'll take a lot out of you. Jeremy Guthrie looking for the win. Yeah,
it's going to be a very hot afternoon, muggy afternoon, travel day. A lot going on at the ballpark on these getaway days, especially when you're heading to the West Coast. So it'll be difficult to concentrate today, and then you also add in the heat factor. So that'll play a part of this afternoon's game.
And the other interesting factor, the Orioles, who've had their struggles against the left-hander, they have beaten one in this series already. They get another one, and Jeff Francis today has only got 1 win.
They have done much better against the left-handers. Some of the overall numbers haven't leveled off as yet. I think they're still hitting 239 against left-handers, so it'll be interesting. They've faced some pretty good left-handers on this homestand and done quite well.
They've loaded the lineup today with right-handed hitters against Francis, and for the Orioles, Greg Tatum is going to be in the ballgame.
Yeah, that's the big difference. Now Buck Showalter can play almost an all right-handed lineup on any given day.
All right, the Orioles take the field. Great to have you with us on this day game. And when we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for these 2 ball clubs and get it underway. to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Out of overcast skies as we get set to go here at Camden Yards, let's take a look at our train. Game time temperature at 88 degrees, winds from left to right at 8, and the humidity at 60%. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Here's the starting lineup for the Kansas City Royals, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Gordon, Cabrera, Hosmer, FRANCOEUR, BUTLER, and Betterman. Aviles, Pena, and Getz. Billy Butler, the last 6, a hot hitter.
And today's Scotty Report is brought to you by AFCIA. Visit AFCIA.org, the Association for IT Pros. And for Jeremy Guthrie, he'll have a new receiver this afternoon. Craig Tatum just up from the minor leagues. We'll see how that works out for him this afternoon and gets him out. It's not get him out, it's Chris Getz, the little second baseman. 4 for 7, a home run against Guthrie, a .571 average. And at stake this afternoon, 500 for the season. Try to have a 500 or better homestand and a road trip, looking them in the face, that long California trip. So a lot going on here at the ballpark this afternoon.
So the Orioles with a chance for the sweep, and a victory would put them at 24-24 in the year. Kansas City 4 games under 500, coming in with a 4-game losing streak. Jeremy Guthrie takes a 2-0 mark into this ball game against the Kansas City Royals. That's his career record against them, and the only 2 career starts he has had. ERA of 4.5. He's worked 12 innings in those games against Kansas City, giving up 6 earned runs. Leadoff batter Alex Gordon will stand in. Hitting at .281. Gordon will take the pitch outside, and we are underway. Gordon brings in the 6-game hit streak, including a 3 for 10 that he's had in this series. They are wearing the special patch you see in that right shoulder, put on the uniform today, that says Split, for Paul Splittorff, who passed away yesterday. Fouled away, and the organization wanted to make sure we said thank you to Fred Tyler, who's in charge of the visiting dressing room, always here, and he did a tremendous job. The Orioles organization really appreciated a great effort, 1, to get those made up, and 2, to get them sewed on the uniform for today's game. Good job, Freddie. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Gordon. Guthrie with the 2-2 delivery, and Gordon will go down swinging. Orioles pitchers have been able to get him on that pitch here for strikeouts.
Now they've gone with the fastball away. We saw Jake Arrieta do it. Gordon struck out 4 times swinging last night, and now the first time this afternoon. He mixed in a double in those 5 appearances last night, but that's the area they've stayed away all along, really the outside corner, from about shoulder high to right here low and away.
Our Exmo brought to you by the Volkswagen Going Gone event. Great deals are here, not for long. Visit VWDealer.com. A strike taken, Cabrera. He's had a 2-run homer in the ballgame, his 6th of the year last night, and has big numbers. The .435 lifetime mark against Jeremy Guthrie, by far the best number in this lineup against the Orioles starter.
Yeah, he's faced him a lot. He's had a good series, 4 for 8, and he's also had great numbers against the American League East. Of course, some of his years with the Yankees. .364 against the East.
1-1 delivery to Melky Cabrera, and the pitch will be taken inside for a ball. If ever there was a day when you wanted to be efficient as a pitcher, it's on a day like this, with that heat and humidity factor on the wear down side of it as this game goes along. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Cabrera. Outfield straight away. Little breeze blowing in at the moment now. 2-2, and he reaches for it and is gone. He's asking where the pitch was, and it wasn't a strike.
Well, so far, having Craig Tatum behind the plate has framed some pretty good pitches. Low and away, late movement. You see the wave by Cabrera.
And our pitch track sponsored by Papa John's. Order online at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Craig Tatum added to the roster. and behind the plate for this day game. And the youngster Hosmer's up. Eric Hosmer will take it up high for a ball. He has had a 2 for 9 in this series, 279 on the year for the rookie. And the 1-0 foul back into the screen.
Except the Oriole defense this afternoon. REIMOLD will be in left, Jones in center, Markakis in right field, Reynolds and Hardy on the left side, and Dino and Fox. We've seen some rotating right side to this infield, and Craig Tatum can back up from AAA behind the plate.
That's going to be popped up third base. Into the glare. Reynolds. He's got it. And Jeremy Guthrie retires the side in order. He has given up only one first inning run all year. So far this year against Kansas City. They'll look to up that today. Here's the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. And Dino, Jones, and Markakis, Guerrero, Reynolds, and REIMOLD, Hardy, Fox, and Tatum. That's a new look lineup right there. And against Francis, Reynolds. And he's moved up in the lineup because of those numbers.
And today's scouting report is brought to you by AFCIA. Visit AFCIA.org, the Association for IT Pros. And for Jeff Francis, it'll be Royal Bull, real good at home. Record on the road, 0-3 with a very lofty ERA approaching 7. Tough matchup. Today, Buck Showalter will play 8 right-handed hitters, and he's not had much success against the righties. 317 and 5 homers, and Reynolds wrap. As you said, Reynolds moving up to the 5th spot in the lineup because of the career success against Jeff Francis, over 400 average.
Robert Andino 1 for 4 in the series, leading it off for the O's. Down to third base. Betterment was even with the bag, got the big hop, and gets the out.
Now, Rose defense this afternoon will be Gordon, Cabrera, and Francoeur. Familiar outfield for the Royals. Betterment, Aviles. Mike Aviles will move over the shortstop. Chris Getz will get the start at second base. Hosmer will play first. Very impressive young rookie, and Pena behind the plate this afternoon.
And just about the hottest of the hot right here. Adam Jones stands in. He's had 4 hits and 9 at bats in this series, closing in on the 300 mark on the season for Adam. Buck Showalter says he's playing at a platinum level right now, both at the plate and in the field. And this month of May, he has just been extraordinary with the numbers that he's been able to put up. Adam is right now in May hitting .375, 33 for 88. Pitch will be taken away, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. He is 2 for 2 against Jeff Francis.
Yeah, a lot of strikes being thrown here this afternoon between Jeff Francis and Jeremy Guthrie.
And second base, Getz was moved over and exactly where he needed to be. 2 down.
Yeah, it's still one-handed, but still another line drive.
Talked about the middle of this order and how hot it is right now for Markakis. His 10-game hit streak, he's hitting .381 during it. A home run and 2 RBIs. He has had a 2 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series. Nick's longest hit streak in his career is 17. He had that back in 09, and he's got a 10-game hit streak entering this one. Here's the 1-0 delivery to him by Francis, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Francis has given up the second most hits in the American League, 73 hits in 61 innings. He works with people on base a good deal, but he doesn't walk many. That has been a saving grace in that department. His 1.5 walks per 9 innings is at the top of the pile in the American League.
And that's where you can get away with giving more hits than innings pitched. Just cut down on the walks.
And that's going to be a base hit. So make it an 11-game hit streak. Markakis, a 2-out single.
You can tell when hitters are hot. Take Adam Jones, a one-handed line drive here. Markakis. We've seen him roll over, gets underneath that breaking ball, and just serves it one-handed into right field. That's when you're hot. And these hitters have had some kind of homestand. Jones, Markakis, and Guerrero below. Almost identical numbers. Markakis was 10 for 30. Jones 11 for 30. And Vlad at the plate 11 for 30.
Boy. Tremendous offense by those 3 here in this homestand. Vladdy's now up to 306 on the year. Guerrero, too, has a 10-game hit streak coming into this, during which he's hit 409 with a home run, and perhaps most importantly, 7 RBIs have been picked up during the streak. Vladdy will take the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. He's hitting 300 even against left-handers and 306 overall, as Guerrero has really come around and one of the best bats right now in the American League. Vladdy's 7th in the league in average at 306. He will take the pitch inside. Matt Joyce of Tampa Bay hitting 367 continues to be on top. Interesting because he's a bit of a platoon player, but he's leading the league in hitting. Has been able to get enough at bats to stay qualified. Francis, 1-1 delivery. That'll be in the outside corner. Guerrero didn't think so, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Vlad with big-time numbers, and seems to against most left-handers. 4 for 6 lifetime against Francis. You figure if we're talking about hitting streaks, Vlad, the longest hitting streak is 31. You'd think he'd have someone up around that number with his reluctance to walk.
Breaking ball, and he reached for it and popped it up. Second base. Gets. He's got it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. 1 complete here at Camden Yards, no score. The American League leaders in doubles with Alex Gordon and Adrian Gonzalez, along with Carlos Quinton and Michael Young, all tied for first, and Jacoby Ellsbury. Call today for the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241-LUNA. 16 doubles leading the league. Happens to be the same number leading the National League. Chipper Jones has 16 leading the National League. Nick Markakis, long run. Francoeur's fly ball is foul. So Nick's all ready to go.
He's loose. They're not loose today. Not going to be loose.
He was playing over towards center field, and Francoeur took it the other way.
It's always amazing to me how outfielders and good ones like Markakis can gauge really how far that foul line is to the ball. If it's going to be out of their reach, it's going to be foul. In other words, they can cover from that line all the way over towards right center field and know exactly how far they have to go.
Yep. Jeremy Guthrie with the 0-1 delivery to Jeff Francoeur down to third. Oh, he caught him. Eddie Rodriguez took that one right in the stomach. That'll cost Francoeur at least one expensive dinner and a big bottle of wine. Fortunately, he's all right. Now you know why they wear helmets. Even at that distance, could not get out of the way.
And you can see all the coaches. You know, there's that coaching box that's down around the third base and first base line. You see the natural instinct is to get farther away. They're at the back end of those boxes.
Here's the 1-2 delivery to him, and that's going to miss. A ball and 2 strikes on Francoeur, who's had a 2 for 9 in the series and a .279 batting average on the year. 1 for 3 lifetime off Guthrie. 2-2 delivery. Guthrie's hoping for the kind of support he got in his last outing, getting that win against Washington in an 8-2 game. The 8 runs all scored while he was on the mound. He had the worst run support of any starter in the league at 1.7, but after that game, it's now the 6th lowest in the league at 2.7, right through the wickets. Man, Francoeur is out to get a body here in this game. He hit the coach and almost got the pitcher.
Yeah, the closest player in the field is the pitcher. I guess the coaches are the next closest, but a couple of rockets. And Guthrie finishes in a really terrific fielding position. See how square he is to the plate, and that ball just by you before you can react. That's really does what make it so dangerous.
There is the first hit for the Royals. The leadoff single, and here's Butler, the DH. He's had his typical series against the Orioles, 4 for 7, and the pitch will be outside to him for a ball.
Yeah, he's just such a good line drive hitter, right center, left center. He's the kind of guy you expect a lot of power out of him because he's such a big guy, but has that sort of little man nice approach, line drive approach to hitting. On base percentage is right now at 400.
Gets walks, gets doubles. He's hitting .316 against the Orioles this year with a couple of RBI, no home runs. 2 home runs, I take that back. Butler against the Orioles, couple of RBIs. On at first base, Francoeur, not a big lead. And a strike taken. It's one thing the Orioles have been able to do so far, first 2 games of this series, and that's throttle down that running game. This Kansas City team continues to lead the American League in stolen bases with 51, but they've only had 1 stolen base.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of the Royals that run. Not one person on this club is sort of the stolen base, real obvious leader.
1-1 delivery in the air to right center field. Markakis. He's got it. Runner tagging. Look at that throw. Right on the money, and Francoeur goes back to first base. 1 down. Maryland Lottery double play contestant of the game, Andy Hannes from Stevensville. For every double play the Orioles turn, Andy's going to get $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn double plays into cash. Enter for a chance to win amazing O's prizes. Go to mdlottery.com/double play. We got to get that in just in case Betterman hits into a double play here.
Well, I think this is like the last couple of nights we've had a double play before we announce the winner.
That's why we got it in early.
It's got to be great. Then we can just announce my name no matter what happens.
No matter what. Flanny's in tonight.
Only if they already have one in the books.
And only if it's a ground ball pitcher.
Don't spend it. That's right.
A 1-0 count. Francoeur still at first base. Betterman's 1 for 1 with a home run off Guthrie.
2-run homer.
1-0 delivery to him. Stayed away and missed with it. 2-0.
That's the thing about Guthrie. He does all the little things correctly. Field his position. He can cover bunts, back up the middle, except when they're hit 1,000 miles an hour. Turn a double play as a pitcher and holds runners close, gives the catcher a chance. Only 1 of 4 have been successful. He's so quick to the plate. I mean, he's right around. He's a lot like Mike Mussina. It was right around 1 second flat. They come set, they go, and be able to deliver the ball. And the hardest thing about being so quick to the plate is to be able to have the touch on your breaking ball, and he's able to do it.
Jeff Francoeur has not extended his lead over there at first base. 2-1 strike count on Betterment. Long hold by Guthrie, and Betterment swings and misses on that one. 2-2.
94-mile-an-hour fastball from Guthrie. Again, Tatum puts the target. You can usually count it to be delivered within a few inches of the middle of that glove.
Betterment's got one of the better averages against right-handers this year at .314, 7th best in the American League. Open stance a bit, deep in the batter's box. 2-2 strike count. And Francoeur back. Fox getting his first start at first base. He has played over there this year. Another right-hand bat in the lineup by getting him at first. Tatum doing the catching. His first start for the Orioles behind the plate this season. 2-2 strike count. Guthrie again, the long hold. Staying away from these Kansas City hitters early on in the game. 3-2.
Yeah, it's been a pretty simple format for Guthrie so far. Just really established that fastball, pretty much staying away from everybody with great location.
3-2 count, 1 down. Do you send Francoeur?
I think he'll be off.
Yep. 3-2, and he's not going. And that's down the line. Nolan REIMOLD over, and that's a foul ball.
Well, by not putting the runner in motion, probably would not have scored if it stayed fair. That's the luxury of the 3-2 count.
Wilson Betterment, one of the reasons may be he struck out 34 times and drawn only 17 walks.
Yeah, that's the drawback. You don't want the catcher, strike him out, throw him out. Because usually a runner on the 3-2 pitch is not quite running with the same effort that you would put in a straight steal, where you're not even looking back at the plate. More just in motion.
Craig Tatum out to the mound. Tatum last year played in 43 games with the Orioles. He was doing the catching for the Tides at Norfolk before being added to the roster today for this ball game. Here's the 3-2, runner not going again, and that's going to be a base hit. REIMOLD over to cut it off. Runner making the turn will head for third. REIMOLD's throw off the mark, and as a result, a runner gets second. A no-no as REIMOLD missed the cutoff and Hardy, and that lets Betterment move up to second base.
Yeah, mistake on the part of Nolan REIMOLD. This ball hit towards the right center field. Now your momentum's taking you towards center field, so very difficult to throw back across the grain. Francoeur here just makes up his mind right there. Again, the momentum going away from third base from that long high throw. You really lose 2 bases.
Well, the Royals get a chance here with only 1 away. AVILES, who's got a 4-game hit streak, a 1 for 4 in this series, stands in with 2 in scoring position and 1 away. AVILES .316 with runners in scoring position, one of the best numbers. The run is going to score here. Hardy's going to go to third and get the lead runner. And there's a base running mistake. That guy from second with that ball in front of him is not supposed to take off at third base. So the Orioles get the lead runner here. A run will score, and it is 1-0.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes early on, and this one, again, play right in front of Hardy. And the rule is if the ball's hit in front of you, you stay put. Nice easy flip from Hardy, and he has a lane to throw to. You can see Reynolds moving towards the outfield side of third base.
AVILES gets his 29th RBI in the fielder's choice. Now 2 down and a runner at first base. And the pitch is taken inside for a ball. The Orioles were surrendering the run as they had Hardy and Andino played way back at short and second. And Hardy, with that play right in front of him, saw he had plenty of time to get Betterment. And a strike on the inside corner. Brian Pena has played in one of the previous 2 games here in the series. He went 1 for 4. Pena, switch hitter, 227 right, only 200 left-handed. For Guthrie, left-handers 268 off him, right-handers 233. And that's going to be stroked. That ball just stayed up, and he pokes it literally into right field. Over to third base goes Aviles, and you see the importance of that out at third on betterment.
And breaking ball up in the zone. Hanging breaking ball, easily struck into right field. It's kind of offense. This is a good offense. They don't give up. There's some hitters having pretty good series, even though they've been swept so far.
And they've got the early lead in this ball game, 1-0. There are 2 down, and here's Getz. As Mike mentioned in the open, Getz is the best hitter in the lineup against Guthrie next to Cabrera. He's gone 4 for 7 with a home run off him. First and third, 2 down. 3 hits so far off Guthrie. (1-0). And then Getz will hit it off the fist and back over the screen. The Royals offense is ranked 3rd in average and 5th in runs. Their on-base percentage is 4th. That's where they get their runs from, as they are 11th in homers, but they do have a lot of doubles. They've reached the 100 mark in doubles, leading the American League in that department. One ball, 1 strike count on Getz. Aviles off third, Pena off first. And that just missed. 2 ball, 1 strike count. So this inning will cost Guthrie a bit in the pitch department. He's up to 37. 2-1. Reynolds coming over and will not have a play. See the breeze. It's kind of swirling around a bit. I mean, on a hot, humid day in right now from center. When we started, it was blowing from left to right. Maybe hard to judge the effect it'll have on balls here as the game goes along.
It's one of those squinty afternoons. You're not sure if you should have your sunglasses or not. Seems just to be a glare.
Getz with a 2 ball, 2 strike count. And way outside, and the count will go full 3-2.
And for some reason, Getz is just one of those hitters that Guthrie has a hard time with, and there's no real rhyme or reason for it. Most pitchers have 1 or 2 guys they just have trouble pitching to.
15 strikeouts for Getz, 16 walks. 3-2 down. Runner will be running Pena at first base. Full count delivery to him, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. That'll be an RBI, as Aviles will score from third. A 2-out RBI and a 2-0 lead for the Royals, and that will bring Mark Connor to the mound.
Yeah, again, no real rhyme or reason for it. 3-2 pitch, just serve, and actually they're playing him in very close. See how close in REIMOLD is in left, and still able to find some room to bloop one in.
12th RBI in the year for Getz. And that'll be 2 runs on 4 hits for the Royals. Now they go back to the top of the order. And Alex Gordon. Gordon was a strikeout victim his first time up. We showed you tied for the lead in the American League in doubles. He is also 5th in extra base hits in the league. And Guthrie falls behind 1-0. Look to second base. Hardy had moved in. That will be a foul ball. One ball, 1 strike, 2-1. And he'll take the pitch inside for a ball. 5 strikeouts, including the one today and in yesterday's game. That's more than he had in the previous 6 games combined when he struck out 4 times. So, as we said, the Oriole pitcher's got a number on him on that pitch away right there. And he evens the count up with it. 2-2.
Yeah, they've just stayed on that outside corner to see if they can zero in on it. And move it out a couple of inches after they're ahead, and he's been chasing.
Runners off first and second. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and again stayed away. Guthrie's toughest innings have been the second and third this year. He's given up 6 runs, 7 runs now in the second inning, and 10 in the third inning. And then has settled back in and not given much up at all. And Jeremy has a very fine 3.45 ERA. Pena at second base gets it first. Here's the 2-2. Came back inside that time and just foul tipped it.
Yeah, first time getting off the breaking ball. Take a look at the 2-2 pitch. Just got a little bit of a cross up. Looked like Tatum wanted the ball up.
Two ball, 2 strike count. Runners are going. Down to third. Foul ball. And an interference on the catcher. Tatum is going to be called for interference. And that will put the runner on and will load the bases up.
Let's take a look at the pitch from Guthrie. He's really waiting real late. Really just blasting the glove off Tatum's hand.
Tatum seeing the runners going, probably reaching out a little bit, trying to get the ball quicker.
And there are some hitters that have sort of a late approach. There's a very late swing by Gordon. Tendencies to reach out and get the ball.
Pena, Getz, and Gordon. Bases loaded. And the last guy Guthrie wanted to see in there in this situation, Cabrera, with that .435 average against him. Struck him out first time up. And he'll reach for it and foul it away to even it up with a ball and a strike. It's a big chance right here. It's an early big moment in the game. 2 runs are in here in the second. This is the 8th Royal to come to the plate against Guthrie in the inning. And he'll miss up high with it. And a 2-ball, 1 strike count.
And approaching 50 pitches thrown very un-Guthrie-like.
Here's the 2-1 delivery and a base hit up the middle. Jones has got it. Runners going. Pena scores. Here comes Getz. He scores easily, and it is a 4-0 Royals lead and 2 RBIs for Cabrera to give him 31 on the year.
Well, the interference call keeps the inning alive. Not that bad of a pitch. Maybe thigh high away. Just a clean single by Cabrera.
This inning, Mike, all the Kansas City hitters, almost all of these hits are just kind of go with the pitch and poke the ball.
Yeah. Singles, not trying to drive the ball, just try to get the barrel to it.
Hosmer, on the other hand, tried to go after it. Simone is up in the bullpen in the second inning. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Royals. Hosmer popped out his first time up and a 2-strike count on him. A real tough start for Guthrie. Eric Hosmer, runners at first and second base. Here's the 0-2. Jammed him. There's a cue shot. Good play by Guthrie. You saw, maybe even heard him holler out to Fox to get back to the bag. But a 4-run inning, and the Royals are up 4-0. cast your MLB All-Star ballot and enter to win a trip to the All-Star game. Compliments of Scott's. Phoenix, Arizona will be the site of the All-Star game. Here at Camden Yards, 4 runs, 5 hits. 2 of the runs unearned in that inning because of the catcher's interference. And then the Cabrera 2 RBI that came after that. So Jeff Francis staked to a lead. Mike Reynolds moved up in the lineup, as we mentioned, because of the numbers, 9 for 22 off Francis' lifetime. Reynolds has had a 1 for 7 in this series. Here's the delivery. Breaking ball, and that is taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Francis getting into that win column in his last start against the Cardinals. Gave up no runs on 6 hits in 7 2/3 innings to finally get a win in his 10th start of the season.
And he has really pitched pretty well if you go back game by game.
Take a look at Mike Reynolds. 6th home run of the season came last night. 17 of the 30 hits have now been for extra bases.
And again, one of those puzzling numbers, and we see many of them on a day-to-day basis when we sort of crunch what's trying to figure out what is going on. And one of them was Reynolds.
Francis gets the strikeout, so he wins the first battle.
Yeah, Reynolds hitting over 400 in his career against Francis, but yet this season against left-handed pitching, he's hitting 108, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs
against lefties.
Against lefties.
Yeah, we were talking about that for the game. For Reynolds and Francis, it's the something's got to give day. REIMOLD, he'll take a strike because Reynolds has also got the 3rd lowest average against lefties in the league and the 3rd lowest batting average at home. But one of the best batting averages against this lefty, Jeff Francis. So go figure.
And historically, round 1 goes to Francis.
That one to left field. He got it off the end of the bat, and goodbye, home run. Nolan REIMOLD puts the Orioles on the board. It's 4-1.
Well, maybe they found their right-handed batter to punish some left-handed pitching. 2nd home run of the year for REIMOLD. This is his 7th at bat against left-handers and his 2nd home run. Again, you can see the strength of REIMOLD. They've always had that kind of quick power. It's one thing the organization's always liked about Nolan.
Well, the Orioles get one back on their 2nd hit of the ball game. REIMOLD had not faced Francis before. Hardy with a 3 for 7 in the series. And he will take the pitch inside, and the count will go to 2-0.
Well, Francis has allowed 7 home runs on the season, 6 to right-handers.
Chopper over his head. Gets. That's a nice play. That had infield hit written all over it, but Getz got him.
And I'm sure you could feel the footsteps going down the first base line. Chopper out of the reach of Francis, and this is where Getz has to get his footwork right and throw on the run. Bang, bang play. Really just knowing the speed of that runner.
So the good defensive plays for the 2nd out. Here is Jake Fox. He has not had success against lefties so far. 2 for 24. That's an 0.83 batting average against left-handers on the year. Getting his first start at first base in the ball game today. And hitting 8th. Tatum on deck. And there's a base hit into right center field. FRANCOEUR over to get it, and the Orioles with 2 down get Fox on base.
And that's the thing, Francis will give up his hits. It's usually not about the walks. And again, getting one of the runs right back quickly.
And that will bring up Tatum. Happy to be back with the Orioles, obviously, as the backup catcher. Probably would have come up earlier had it not been for the fact he'd gone on the DL a couple of weeks ago at Norfolk. And he'll take the breaking ball inside. So Tatum back behind the plate last season. Good numbers in a backup role. 281, 9 RBI. Last 2 games finished solid. 4 for 8, 3 RBI.
Really sad to see the season end.
1-0 delivery on the way, and there's a great changeup out in front of that one. Well, Jeff Francis trying to work his way out of this after the home run. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Fox on at first base. Here's the 1-1. Even though the ball game was a blowout 9-2 last night, these two teams have played to almost identical numbers this year. They're both hitting .256 against the other coming into the ball game. Kansas City now has 27 runs. The Orioles have 23. And the ERAs are almost exactly the same at about 4.35 for both. So their games have been very tight against the Royals the previous 5 overall. Last night the Orioles got that 8-run 4th inning. But that was it. But it was enough. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Tatum to short. AVILES to second to Getz. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. The home run picked up by NOLAN REIMOLD as the Orioles left fielder gets him on the board. It is a 4-1 Royals lead. Camden Yards, you get a chance to meet and greet some of the former Birds at the Oriole Alumni Autograph Series. It's located at the Masson booth on Utah Street near Gate A. They meet with the fans 90 minutes before first pitch until 30 minutes before game time. John Miller, Mike Young there today. That's Mondays and Thursdays. Come on out and meet some of the former O's. Foul tipped for a strike. Jeff FRANCOEUR started the second inning out with a single, and the Royals sent 9 to the plate, getting 4 runs, 5 hits. And it'll be fouled back into the screen. This is the 7th time this year the Orioles have had a chance to get to the 500 mark. Mike was counting off the times here before the game. That'll be outside. They actually reached that mark. They were 12-13 and got a win, 13-13, and then dropped below that again. Last time they were at 500 was on May 1st. That's foul back. So this is the 7th time they've been in a ball game where 500 was within reach, and once they did it.
Yeah, and it takes a while to get back. And how long since they had that chance at 500? That was back May 15th. They were 19-20. So it's, you lose that game, you go two games below 100.
Popped up to third, battling that glare. Reynolds in foul territory. One of the things that Buck Showalter's tried to be emphatic about here is the Orioles are in a stretch of games where they're playing some clubs that have struggled. You see what they've done against the 500 teams, and the differences are just what you would expect. Runs down against teams that are 500 or better, average down, ERA up. The teams that are under 500, the Orioles at 13-6 and averaging a run and a half more. The average is way up, and the ERA down by a run a game. Buck Showalter's tried to say, well, obviously you're trying to beat everybody. When you get up against these teams that are struggling a bit, you got to go for the juggler.
Yeah, you feel like you have to beat them.
That's going to be to right field. Markakis diving, and he's got it. Nick Markakis robs Butler of a base hit.
Nice play. Not sure how well Nick saw this ball off the bat. A little bit of a late start, and makes it up. And again, good closing speed on this low line drive, and that's a tough play for the left-handed outfield, that backhander. So Jeremy Guthrie appreciates the good D. He was getting a standing ovation from Andino on that play.
2 down. Here's Wilson Bettman. He's singled. First at bat. That's going to go to first base. Fox is there. He'll take it himself, and that is just what Guthrie needed. A solid 1-2-3 quick inning. 4-1 Royals. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. And by Sonic, America's drive-in. It's new, it's better. It's the new Sonic Good. With Mike Flanagan, I'm Gary Thorne. Our great crew on hand for our day game, bottom of the third inning. Top of the order for the Orioles, Andino, Jones, and Markakis. Andino grounded out. First time up, Jeff Francis with no walks and a strikeout so far in the ball game. One-0 delivery, and the off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Francis has had one start against the Orioles this year in Kansas City on the 3rd of May, non-decision. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 5 2/3 innings. This will go towards the middle. It will be cut off and off the bag. AVILES made the play at short, but could not get the throw over. We'll see if they give Andino a hit on that.
I'm sure they will. Ranging a little bit too deep towards the center field area. He has to sort of chase this ball into center field and just making it too long of a throw.
And a base hit it is.
And that's from shallow center field. Surprised it's that close.
So the Orioles get the leadoff man on for the first time. both Francis and Guthrie retire 73% of leadoff batters. Good number.
There's a lot of similarities. Both strike throwers. Francis at 63%. Guthrie 66%. Outstanding.
Bunting, and that's for a base hit. Francis guns it. Not going to get him. Jones gets the bunt single. Andino to second.
We've seen Adam Jones use the bunt. That's an important part of his offensive arsenal. And he gets it down. Real good technique. Holds the bat still. Directs it right down that third baseline. Just a perfect bunt.
And the Orioles now have equal Kansas City in hits with 5. And the potential tying run is at the plate.
Yep, first 2 men on. Haven't got a ball to the infield.
Markakis a single. 11-game hit streak. Nick will take the pitch. It is in there for a strike. Markakis 263 on the year, and against the left-handers 259. There's only a 1-point difference between his average against righties and lefties coming in. 259, 260. Oh, 1 delivery. Markakis moves away on that one, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Yeah, he had the highest average last year. I think it's been well documented. 361 against left-handed pitching. That was the highest of any lefty hitter against a left-handed pitcher. Got 100 points lower. Part of that is how well he hit the ball to left field last year against left-handers.
With the single he got, he's now 3 for 7 with a home run lifetime off Jeff Francis. Francis took a little too long. 1-ball, 1-strike count. Andino off second base. Jones off first. Here's the 1-1. Markakis puts it in the air, center field. Runners will stay as Cabrera guns it in. Big out and the first out. Orioles return to Camden Yards Friday, June 3. A 9-game homestand coming up with the Jays, A's, and Rays. We hope you'll add a little Orioles magic and a Birdland summer. Get your tickets in advance and save at 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com. One away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero. Popped out his first time up, 4 for 7 now off Francis. Vladdy hitting 250 with runners in scoring position. Wanted that one.
He brings a smile to his own face. That was the A swing. Lean back.
Our Jeep Expo brought to you by the 2011 Jeep Compass. Five home runs, 20 RBIs for Vladdy. And Francis goes away outside to him. Vladdy now with the 18 multi-hit games is tied for third in that department in the American League. He's moved up to a tie for fourth in hits with 57. Gonzalez of Boston leads with 69. 1-1 pushed down the line and foul.
Yeah, I went and looked it up, but Guerrero's longest hitting streak is a 31-gamer back in '99. That's why you don't expect someone who gets a lot of walks to have a long hitting streak. Usually the walks will get in the way of some of those at bats or chances.
Well, Vladdy's not going to let that happen.
That's not going to happen.
5 walks and 21 strikeouts on the season for Guerrero. And Francis again will back off. Count is 1-2. Andino with a single at second. Jones a single at first. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that's way outside. On a humid, hot day here at Camden Yards. These innings that go long are really going to take some of the sauce out of the pitchers. Francis noticeably slowing things down pace-wise. Here's the 2-2. Guerrero will take it. And where was that one? 3 ball, 2 strike count.
Good take. I don't think he'll do it again.
Vladimir Guerrero with a 3-2 count. Mark that one down. 1 away. Runners off first and second. Runners are going. Vladdy lifts it in the air to left field. Gordon will get back, and so will the runners. And there are 2 down. Well, as things work out sometimes in this game of baseball, which is always great theater, you moved Reynolds up in the lineup because you wanted to get him more at-bats against Jeff Francis because he's hit him so well in his career. So here they are with 2 on and 2 down early in the ballgame.
RBI situation.
Against Francis, 9 hits, 23 at-bats. Breaking ball way inside. Pena some knee walking right there. That ended up almost behind the hitter, but got into the glove.
That's a good spot. And looking for his first RBI against a left-handed pitcher.
Here's the 1-0 delivery to him. Off-speed pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Mike DeMuro at first.
Yeah, real good straight changeup. Reynolds was looking for something a little faster.
Reynolds hit only .218 off left-handers last year. 12 home runs off lefties, 20 off right-handers. Here's the 1-1 delivery to him. Francis being careful, but missed outside with it.
Yeah, just trying to nip that outside part of the plate and changing speeds while he does it.
Andino, Jones. 2-1. Two and two as Reynolds stays down a moment, fouling that one down. Need sheet metal in the toes for those.
I don't know if that would help.
Right off the front of the foot. 2 ball, 2 strike count. 4-1 ball game. Royals have the lead. Orioles with a couple on. They've not been able to move them up. And that'll be taken inside. So again, 3-2. Leadoff singles, 2 of them by Andino and Jones. But then Markakis and Guerrero with the fly ball outs. So the runners will take off here. Runners go. 3-2 delivery. Reynolds gets one up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Andino will score. Jones heads to third, and Reynolds comes through. An RBI base hit with 2 down on a 3-2 count makes it 4-2.
Well, he does pick up his first RBI of the season against a left-hander. It's a pretty good pitch from Francis, down and away. But he had stayed exclusively away from Mark Reynolds and right back up the middle.
So moving him up in the lineup to give him a chance against Francis pays off.
Got him into an RBI situation and rewarded his manager.
22 batted in now for Reynolds. Nolan REIMOLD, a home run, his second of the year, solo shot in the second inning. Orioles now with 6 hits. REIMOLD with 2 away. Off-speed pitch goes the other way and foul.
Solo home run, the second of the season, 20th of his major league career.
7 home runs surrendered by Francis. 6 hit by right-handers. 0-1 count. Going for another one and fouled it back. Francis gets him 2 strikes.
Reimold's first major league RBI came against the Royals at Kansas City of Kyle Davies, going back to the 09 season.
Francis with the 0-2 count. Jones off third. Reynolds off first. And REIMOLD lifts it in the air to left field. That is way back. Goodbye. Home run. 2 for 2 for Nolan REIMOLD. And the Orioles take the lead.
Pitch trying to come in. Nice short stroke by Nolan REIMOLD. He's always had big time power.
What a ball game in just 2 at bats for Nolan REIMOLD. 2 home runs and 4 RBI. And the Orioles have taken a 5-4 lead in a 4-run third inning. J.J. Hardy will take it up high for a ball. That'll earn you some more playing time. And that is a foul ball. Betterman going into foul territory, trying to get to it. 5 runs, 7 hits now for the Orioles. So Nolan REIMOLD in the return has really given the Orioles something to look at. It's his first major league multi-homer ball game. And the pitch will be taken outside. 2 ball, 1 strike count. It's also a new high for him in RBIs. His previous high was 3 in a ball game for Nolan REIMOLD. Now he's got 4, and he's only been to the plate twice. 3 ball, 1 strike count on Hardy, who grounded out his first time up. And Francis walks him. And the long inning continues for Jeff Francis.
It all started with an infield single and a bunt single. And when the dust settles, you have 4 on the board.
Well, the Orioles keep it going, and Bob McClure is going to make his way out. 57 pitches have now been thrown by Francis in the ball game.
And 9 runs and 12 hits on both sides here, just here in the 3rd inning.
Home plate umpire Chris Conroy showing the effect of the day's heat. You take a look at the back of his shirt when he gets back to home plate. Look at that. It's hard to tell with the blue shirt, but it is saturated.
A lot of equipment, both the catcher and the home plate umpire.
Good day to lose weight.
At least I say it's a good day for the skinny guys, you know.
2 down. Here's Jake Fox, runner at first base. And Fox will fight it off.
I mean, this right-handed hitting stacked lineup that Buck Showalter put up today seems to be a pretty effective lineup. And there were times early on in the season where he'd have to play 4 or 5 left-handers in lineups against left-handers. Now a lot more flexibility on the roster.
0-1 delivery. Fox down to third, just missed. Again, as we mentioned earlier, for Francis, right-handers hit 317 off him and left-handers 231, so a very big difference.
Yeah, Buck pretty much made this lineup card really right off of that matchup sheet. Saw that number. I'm sure he said, let me find this. How can I move these people around, these parts around, to get as many right-handed bats in the lineup as I can. And I'm sure he came across the Reynolds, or may have been aware of the Reynolds matchup.
Fox with an 0-2 count, singled his first time up, just his third hit off a lefty this year, with his base hit in the second inning. By the way, for those of you who may be keeping score at home, and does anybody do that anymore? In that second inning, they've changed it to 4 runs, only 1 unearned. They had given it as 2. So 3 earned, 1 unearned, second inning. And the off-speed delivery will get him. The second strikeout for Francis, but for the Orioles, 8 come to the plate. Nolan REIMOLD, his second home run of the ballgame, 3rd of the year, good for 3 RBIs and a noselead. Summer afternoon. It started out with Kansas City taking charge as they got a lead of 4-0. Then it was 4-1. Then the Orioles D cut the inning short. REIMOLD with a couple of home runs off Jeff Francis, and the Orioles are up by 1. 5-7-1 for the Orioles, 4-5-0 for the Royals. REIMOLD and still get some at-bats coming in this one. Here's AVILES, and a strike taken. So as the Orioles did in the last game, putting some runs up for Jeremy Guthrie, something they didn't do last year and weren't doing this year. Comebacker. AVILES retired, one away, 4th inning. Still time to sign up the family for the Junior Orioles Dugout Club. 14 and under, you get tickets to 8 remaining Dugout Club games, the membership card, lunch bag, and subscription to the Kids Magazine. It's only $20. Members get free giveaways at every game, and family and friends get tickets that start as low as $6. And you can even upgrade to lower level seats. And Saturday, June 11 is the next Dugout Club game. That's going to be bunted foul. Pena, the catcher, trying to lay down a bunt for a base hit. He is not a particularly speedy runner. That would have taken the perfect bunt. But he did have Reynolds back at third base.
I think it's more the element of surprise.
In the air, left center. Hardy saying, I can't get it. REIMOLD saying, I can. And he does. Game is retired, 2 away. Our minor league report brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you. Xavier Avery, the center fielder. Last 10 games for AA Bowie. Big. 378, 6 doubles, 7 runs. Monster slugging and on base percentage in those 10 games. Another bunt. This is Getz, who does have good speed. So 2 attempts to bunt for hits here in the 4th inning. The Royals figure the heat might be getting to the players defensively, so let's try to make them run.
And it looks like Getz was trying to drag it this time, not push it towards third base. Maybe he figures he's due to make an out against Guthrie, so I better try bunting one.
Chris Getz with a 1-strike pitch, and that'll be taken inside for a ball. Getz had an RBI single in the second inning. Cabrera's got 2 RBIs and a base hit. Aviles an RBI and a fielder's choice, and Getz the single. That's going to go to the gap. Jones will try and cut this off. He does, and that will be a double as Getz goes in with a 2-out double, and he's 2 for 2 in the ball game, and now 6 for 9 lifetime off Guthrie.
And go figure. This time he hits it between left center and center field. Last time down the left field line, and they haven't played and defended that way, but he's still able to find a hole. Again, he just seems to be one of those guys against Jeremy Guthrie that gets his hits.
So the potential tying run on at second base with 2 away for Alex Gordon. The leadoff batter has reached on an interference call against the catcher, and he is struck out. Carries that 6-game hit streak he has to the plate. Here's the 0-1 delivery to him, and he hits it to right. That's going to be off the wall, and this ball game is tied again. Markakis will make the throw to second base, head first slide, double RBI for Gordon. Getz scores, and it's 5-5.
And we said the Royals have this kind of offense. They just keep swinging away. Pretty much hit the ball where it's pitched. Has over 100 doubles as a club. Markakis back quickly, plays it barehanded as we see him do all the time.
Our Dodge Ram Expo brought to you by Ram Trucks. Designed, tested, and proven to be the best trucks we've ever built. Ram. So Kansas City comes right back. Each team with 5 runs, 7 hits. Now the potential go-ahead run is on at second base. And Melky Cabrera, who has 2 RBIs in the ball game already and is struck out. He's got a single to go with it. Here's the 0-1. Gordon's continued his hit streak to 7 games. Cabrera's continued his hit streak to 4. Simone up for the second time. 72 pitches thrown by Guthrie. 1 ball, 2 strike count. We talked about how evenly these teams have played in most games this year. It's happening again here. Little off-speed pitch and a bouncer to second base. Andino's got it and gets it over for the out. A run in on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. The Royals come right back to tie it up at 5. Switch to Fios, a network ahead. To learn more, visit Verizon.com/getFios. May 26, 1925, Ty Cobb, first player to collect 1,000 extra base hits. 1959, one of the great games of all time, Harvey Haddix pitches 12 perfect innings, but loses in the 13th, 1-0 to the Braves. Perfect innings. And Carlos Martinez hit a ball off Jose Canseco's head in 1993 on this date. One of the most replayed plays in Major League Baseball.
The thing was he was playing first base at the time.
He was playing the outfield and it went over the fence.
Yeah.
Here's Craig Tatum. Tatum, fielder's choice first time up. That matchup, Harvey Haddix.
Yeah, that was just one of the amazing pitching performances of all time, going back to that Harvey Haddix perfect game. In the 13th inning, it was a leadoff error. They walked Aaron intentionally, and Joe Adcock hit one over the right field wall in a apparent home run. But Adcock passed a base runner during the celebration. The winning run scores. Adcock gets a double, and Lou Burdette gets the win 1-0 on a 12-hitter.
On a 12-hitter. That is gloved by Francis. And Tatum is retired. One away here in the 4th inning. Sunday, June 12th, first 20,000 fans 15 and over at the Rays 135 game. Get the O's cap presented by DAP. Don't miss the annual fan favorite. Your chance to spend the summer afternoon with the family and friends. Get tickets in advance and save. 888-848-BURR to go to Orioles.com. 5-5 ball game. Orioles trying to sweep this series. Andino is single, scored, grounded out. You ever gone dap fishing? I've never heard of that before.
No.
In Ireland, on the lakes over there, they call it dap fishing for salmon. Big, long poles where you bounce flies or whatever off the top of the water. Because the lakes are so shallow, the fish are very close to the top and generally go after the nymphs or whatever, jumping out of the water to get them. So they call it dap fishing.
Really?
Yep, I never heard of it. And I didn't catch anything either. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and the breaking ball is taken inside.
I went over to Scotland and fished in a loch just because I wanted to say I did it, but I didn't understand a word they said. I could have been dap fishing. I went home with a family I didn't even know it, the cab driver's family.
Perhaps you spent too much time in the lowlands.
I could have been. Much in the lowlands at the loch.
2-1 delivery. That does it again. So Francis taking care of everything here in this inning. That's 2 comebackers. In Scotland, I always think you ought to go single barrel dap fishing. Fine.
Or dynamite dap fishing, which you just go, you don't even have to get in the water, you can just pick them up and throw them in the boat. Much more efficient.
Much more efficient.
Not as much fun, I must admit.
Two down. Here's Adam Jones. He lined up and singled in the 3rd inning on a bunt base hit and scored. The Orioles got the first 2 on. Andino on a ball that went behind second base. AVILES couldn't get him at first, and Jones laid down the bunt. That started the inning. That will be fouled off the catcher. And a 2-strike count. Orioles starters over the win streak had a 1.75, 2.25 ERA coming in with it. But Kansas City's been able to get that up in this ball game with the 5 runs they put up on the board. Breaking ball. Out of it. In a hurry. And a 1-2-3 inning. We will go to the 5th here at Camden Yards, tied at 5. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible. The blossoms of spring turning to the days of summer. Memorial Day weekend. Holy moly. Where did that come from? We hope you all have a very safe one if you're getting the chance to head out early. Jeremy Guthrie back to work. 5-5 game. Top of the 5th inning. Hosmer is popped out and grounded out. Rookie with a couple of hits, 11 at bats in the series, and will foul that one off the other way to even the count at a ball and a strike. Left field, REIMOLD, warning track, and he's got it. One step shy of the wall. It's time for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Entering today, Jeremy Guthrie and Zach Britton both have ERAs under 3.5. And 97 was the last time the two Orioles starters finished with ERAs under 3.5. Mike Mussina, Jimmy Key in 97.
A wire-to-wire year.
Strike taken by Jeff Francoeur. He has single scored and has popped out. And that's going to be a base hit. Francoeur, a couple of hits in the ball game. This one with one away in the 5th inning. This has the feel of a game that's going to be decided real late.
Yeah, just like the hitters, both sides are just real comfortable today against two pretty good pitchers.
Here is Butler, who's flied out twice. A great play by Markakis robbed him of a base hit in the 3rd inning. And the DH will take it down low. Speaking of 97, where you saw those numbers for those two pitchers, the last time the Orioles were above 500 in the division, finishing a year, was 97. Here's the 1-0. Two-0 count on Butler. That fact was given so we could lead into the record against the Eastern Division teams. Here's the 2-0 delivery. These day games are thought out. We don't just come here and sit down. Well,
the first 3 hours of the day.
First 3 hours. The Orioles are 7-12 against the East coming into this ball game, and 6-12 against the other divisions, and when you add in interleague play. Runner goes, hit and run was on, and Butler fouls it back. Again, saying that, referring to what Buck Showalter's trying to repeatedly say to his ball club about teams that are under 500 and teams that are outside the division. Let's win these series against these teams in order to keep those numbers up there and then try and play that even ball within the division. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Butler. Francoeur was going, not this time. Chopper back. Guthrie's got it. I smell $1,000 giveaway. And the Orioles get the double play. 1-6-3. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on. 5-5. Andy Hannes from Stevensville, congratulations, $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery Double Play Contest. Gary Thorne, Mike Flanagan back here. On a day like this, you've pitched in this kind of weather before. What do you do between innings, or even during the innings, I guess, to try and keep the energy up?
Yeah, a lot of times you'd head down the tunnel back towards the clubhouse into the cooler temperature, sit in front of a fan. We used to call it the five sweatshirt Sunday. You go in and just change, really almost change your whole uniform almost every other inning, just to keep the weight of that off of you.
And for the hitters in this ball game, you kind of hope for these long innings, because I would assume that you get the better pitches as the inning gets longer.
Yeah, it's like a football game. You want to keep the other team on defense as long as possible, keep them out in the heat, and try to take advantage of it when you have the chance.
And for Nolan REIMOLD, a big day already, and the Orioles in a 5-5 ball game. Jeff Francis has walked one and struck out two. Nick Markakis leads it off, and a breaking ball to him. Markakis has singled and flied out. Has the 11-game hit streak taken care of with the base hit. Francis with a 1-0 delivery to him, and that is in there for a strike. You can win a mass and maximum access experience at Camden Yards. For your chance, text WIN 29292. Message and data rates may apply. Markakis fouls that one off. Out in front of the off-speed pitch. At times today, Francis has had a slower, and slowest changeup.
Yeah, when he's had success this afternoon, he's really, instead of, I guess, to hit, as you say, looking for more, he's taking speed off. Number of the hitters out in front.
1-2 delivery will get a second base. Gets one of the really amazing numbers that the Orioles have right now. They've got a chance. They obviously have won this series, winning the first two. This season they are 8-8-1. They have 2 3-game sweeps. Look at the comparison to last year at the same time, when they had won only 2 and lost 13, with series wins against only Boston and Seattle. Last time over 500 through the series. You got to go back. And that's the improvement that has allowed the Orioles to come in 3.5 games out in the East, with obviously all of the teams kind of coming back towards the middle in the American League East.
Yeah, but the club at this time last year, about 18 games out. Just looking at some quick numbers, 15-33 was their record around this time last year.
How many games out?
18 on May 27th of last year.
I'd forgotten that, and I'm trying to forget it again.
And then it looks like they lost about 9 in a row.
Wow.
Let's see if I can find the next one. So it was
VLADIMIR GUERRERO will go down swinging, 3 strikeouts for Francis.
Take a look at the 0-2 pitch from Francis. Just off the plate, gets Lottie to expand the zone. Again, pitching backwards, fastball late.
And our pitch track sponsored by Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air with the most advanced 4G network in the world.
Yeah, go back to last, let's say, June 6th. They were 16-41.
Wow.
Just had that real awful stretch.
Yep. That's a long way out early. Mark Reynolds, RBI and a base hit. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Take the pitch away for a ball. 2 down, and a 2-0 count on Reynolds. The off-speed pitch just enough to foul it off. Francis looking for his first win against the Orioles, 0-2. Guthrie looking for his 3rd win against Kansas City, 2-0. 2 starters still in it. Here's the 2-1 delivery. It's taken, and it's a strike. 2-2. Francis's 2-2 delivery, and that'll be swung on and missed. He's got 4 strikeouts, 2 in the inning, and retires the side in order. We remain 5-5.
highlights. It was the Royals first getting on the board. They will string together a bunch of hits, and the Orioles will come back with their own 4-run inning. Nolan REIMOLD, a 2-run homer. Then it was defense to the rescue. And Nolan REIMOLD would hit number 2 of the afternoon. Second 2-run home run. They would take the lead 5-4, and the Royals would come right back, much as they have in this series. Just keep pecking away. So at this point, all tied up. Guthrie 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. He's hung around REIMOLD, first career multi-home run game, and Melchor Cabrera's had good success historically, having another good afternoon.
Top of the 6th inning. REIMOLD out there in left. Betterman, Aviles, and Pena. Popped him up. Tatum looking, and that will be behind the screen. Wilson Betterman in the ball game, a single, and he is grounded out. Cabrera 2 RBIs. Aviles has an RBI, Getz has an RBI, and Gordon 1. Seesaw game through the first 5 innings. Orioles fell behind 4-0 on a 4-run, 5-hit second inning by KC. They got one back in the REIMOLD homer in the second. Kansas City saw the Orioles get 4 against them in the 3rd inning on 4 hits, and then they came right back and tied it up. Jeremy Guthrie after win number 3 on the year, if he could get it. Team has gone 3-7 in the starts made. 1 ball, 2 strike count, and swung on and missed.
Yeah, nice low target from Craig Tatum behind the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Still throw it for the black or a ball. It was just that.
Struck out the first 2 batters of the game, and that's the first strikeout since. Mike Aviles coming up, an RBI and a fielder's choice. He has also grounded out. Aviles will pop that one back, and that's going to be out of play. Camp day here. Field trips. A lot of youngsters at the ballpark. Special ceremonies for them before the game. Popped up, second base. And Dino, he's got it. 2 down here in the 6th. Gather up your group and enjoy Oriole Park's newest destination, the Miller Lite Flight Deck. You get a bar-like seating atmosphere, great view of the game. Everyone gets a food voucher for anywhere in the ballpark for food and beverage. It's the Miller Lite Flight Deck. 888-848-BIRD to go to Orioles.com. Some folks enjoying that on this early summer afternoon, even though I guess it's not officially summer. It sure feels like it. Brian Pena singled and flied out. Guthrie's 1-0 pitch is taken, and that's in there for a strike as well. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. Guthrie up to 93 pitches thrown here in the 6th. 1-1 delivery will miss, and a 2 ball, 1 strike count.
They threw 108 last time out. That win against the Nationals, 8-3 win.
2-1 delivery. Jeremy's lifetime mark, 40 wins and 54 losses here at Camden Yards. It's his 69th career start at home. He's 19-30, but a good ERA of 4.08 here in this ballpark. Pena again reaching and protects on the 2-2. Guthrie with a 2-2 again, and he got it. So Jeremy Guthrie gets his 4th strikeout, 2 in the inning, and retires the side in order. Take me out to the ball game is exactly what those big yellow buses did for the kids today. Johnson. See 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. Had 7 strikeouts in the ball game as Bowie defeated the Curve 4-2. Took the series 3-1. We were talking about Xavier Avery earlier. He had a very big series. He was leading bat off all 4 games of the series, batting leadoff, and he reached in all 4 of the ball games and a 9-game hit streak. Take it into today's game. Well, can he do it again? That's the question here. REIMOLD.
Yeah, career 2 home runs today, 4 RBIs, first career multi-homer game. People forget that back in 09, he had cleanup for this club on a couple of occasions. Really burst on the scene, had 15 home runs that year. And he was the first player in the major leagues to hit a home run off of Mariano Rivera's first home run.
Towards the middle, taken. AVILES not going to get him. Another infield hit, and REIMOLD is 3 for 3.
Yeah, second time we've seen this route that Mike AVILES at shortstop will take. It seems to be, the angle seems to be back towards the outfield, and once he does that, just can't get enough on the throw. You can see REIMOLD streaking down the line, able to beat that throw. Just not able to get enough on it.
So he has now equaled his hits in a ball game career high at 3. This is the 7th time he's done that. Here is Hardy, who has walked and grounded out. Shows bunt, takes strike. Bottom of the 6th inning, tie game. Orioles get their 8th hit. Both teams have 8 hits. 1 unearned run up on the board that came off the catcher's interference error in the 2nd inning. Francis, he's thrown 87 pitches with a walk and 4 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Off speed, and Hardy just missed. Right down the line and not quite. Ed Yost, the manager of the Royals, who are in a 4-game losing streak, trying to end that. They head off to Texas for a series with the Rangers. The Orioles out to Oakland. Runner at first, 0-2 delivery. And the pitch to Hardy's going to be away. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Orioles again trying to beat a left-hander. They are 5-9 against the Southpaws on the year, the 2nd lowest win percentage in the American League against left-handed starters. They have beaten one in this series, though. Off-speed pitch fouled off. Second best percentage win-wise against right-handers and 2nd lowest against lefties.
Now, if you could have that against lefties and righties, all would be right with the world.
Exactly. Or left.
Right.
1-ball, 2-strike count on Hardy. And he'll take it good high on those last 2, and that misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's doing what you call pitching backwards. A lot of off-speed stuff early in the count, slow and slower, and then he'll try to sneak that fastball by you. Like the crafty 30-year-old veteran.
2-2 delivery. Runner goes. Here's the throw, and they got him. Not sure what that was, but it's an out in the end.
You would say it was a really poor jump or a delayed steal. Either way, it's a real late break. Looks like it was maybe intended to be one of those off the first move of the left-hander.
So Pena throws out his 8th in 23 chances, and that takes that leadoff runner off base and one away. 3-2 count on Hardy. REIMOLD's first attempt. .3-2 delivery. And that's going to be a base hit. Aviles, the shortstop's out there going, will someone just hit one to me?
I'm playing in the wrong spots.
Every time.
If I play towards the hole, they hit it up the middle. And this time I'm going to play straight up, and it's just in the third base hole. Well placed. Yeah, they really have worked both sides of Avila.
So Fox coming up has singled and struck out. Orioles now with 9 hits in the ball game. That's tied at 5-5. Francis, the long look. Down to third and foul. Royals are keeping with their average of giving up a lot of runs on the road. They've averaged 5.2 runs. Their ERA, road ERA. That is the highest road ERAs 2004 since 2004. That's why they've got this record of 5-13 on the road. It is taken down low and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Hardy at first, 1-1 delivery. He did hit it to him. Aviles to Getz. And that will turn the double play and end the inning. So a couple of hits in the inning, but only 3 batters faced. Lemonade, lemonade, ice cold lemonade. Action. It'll be game 1 of the 3 games against the A's. Chris Tillman against Gio Gonzalez. Our coverage on MASN 2 HD begins at 9:30 O's Extra, presented by Verizon 4G LTE, and our game coverage at 10. All the access you need right here on MASN. And in Oakland, these are the Orioles who fared well. Jones with the big numbers. Home run 16 for Guerrero in that ballpark. REIMOLD's 278 there in Marquez. 4 RBIs, 6 runs, just a 226 average. Playing at that spacious yard, the Oakland Coliseum.
Yep, always been known as a pitching ballpark. I think they're number 1 in the league the last I looked in pitching.
Chris Getz leading it off here. He's already doubled, singled against Jeremy Guthrie. Looked like Jeff Francis all done for the day as you saw him on the bench. That's going to be in the center field. Base hit. 3 for 3. 7 for 10 lifetime now for Getz against Guthrie. Entertain clients, colleagues, and more. Custom suite package here at Camden Yards. Private suites available. All kinds of locations and packages. Find out more. Go to Orioles.com/suites. Or a private tour if you go to 410-547-6076. We're going to get warm-up action with Greg Holland. Orioles, too, will activate the bullpen. Gets on with the 9th hit for the Royals. Leadoff batter Gordon, an RBI double. Reached on a catcher interference and struck out. Ball gets away. And down to second base goes Getz.
Well, Getz an outstanding base stealing threat, so paying attention to Chris Getz. Quick snap throw. Looks like a little bit into the runner.
They call the error on Guthrie. Runner at second, nobody out. In the air to left, REIMOLD. Ball carried on him. Runners tagging. Whoop, right up against the wall. Throw will come into third, but not in time, so Getz moves up. Gordon is retired, but he gets the runner over.
That productive out. A little bit better wood on it than I think REIMOLD thought in the left. The ball kept carrying.
So Simone, who's been up 3 times, that's it. And Rapada joins him.
And this is what being a major league starting pitcher is all about. You're at 101 pitches, game tied. Go ahead run on third, infield in. This will really define how your afternoon is looked at.
And you're facing one of the toughest batters that you face. Cabrera's had a 2 RBI single, 1 for 3. He's had 4 hits in the series and 11 at bats, and fouls that one off. Guthrie, a good pitch in on him. 0-2.
This is when you break out really the kitchen sink. Maybe something you haven't used before against Cabrera.
.435 average against Guthrie coming into the ball game for Cabrera. This game is tied, and a potential go ahead at third base. Infield stays in. 0-2 delivery. 1-2.
This is when you really are going for the strikeout. He's had 4 in the afternoon, all 4 swinging. He seems to have good luck going up when ahead.
1-2 delivery to him to short. There's one. They got a chance at 2, and they get it. A big base running mistake by Getz as the Orioles turn the double play on a line drive, and Getz just wandered off the bag. And a little shovel pass. 7th inning stretch time. And Andy Hannes from Stevensville, you've won another $1,000 from the Maryland Lottery double play contest. Congratulations. And a good way to get the 7th inning stretch with that double play right there and remain a 5-5 game. The 2 starters are going to be coming out of the ball game, so Guthrie's just going to hope right here that the Orioles can pick up the go-ahead run as Greg Holland will come out of the bullpen.
Thinking is he's going to pitch 4 innings along the way. Has not allowed a hit. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts.
And Holland, right-hander now, out of the pen for Kansas City. Bullpen that done a pretty good job for them on the season. Their relievers are ranked 8th in the middle of the pack in the American League.
Yeah, he just made his major league debut on Thursday versus the Rangers. An inning and 2/3 of work, no hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He walked Cody Rasmus with the Cardinals in that first major league out on the load the bases, then retired the next couple in a close inning, worked out of a pair of walks, pitched a scoreless 6. So hadn't worked in 4 days. Interesting move by Ned Yost, bringing in someone that hasn't worked and recently to the big leagues in a tie game.
Orioles have right-handed bats on the bench and lefties. You got the switch hitter Wieters, who is getting the day off, at least catching wise, to start. Tatum's doing the work behind the plate, and he will foul that one back. Tatum has an 0 for 2 in his first ball game for the Orioles this year. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-9-2 for the Orioles. 5-9-0 for the Royals. Both have left 3 on base. Francis gave up 5 runs, 9 hits over 6 with a walk and 4 strikeouts. 2 home runs, both to Nolan REIMOLD. So he will be on the bench, and his record will remain at 1-5. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Tatum. Andino and Jones will follow in the 7th inning. Holland with the 1-2 delivery. Went for the outside corner and just missed it.
See, right over the top delivery. Fastball, splitter, breaking ball, curveball. His assortment.
Holland's pitch, and that's going to be a base hit into right field. So Tatum gets a leadoff single, and the Orioles have the potential go-ahead on. Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, weeknights on Masson. It's the Nationals, the Orioles, and MLB all covered. Reports from the field, roundtable discussions. Tom Davis, Mel Antonin, Phil Wood, and Theo Harris tonight, 5:30 till 7. That's the Masson Atlantic, Mid-Atlantic Sports Report. The Buck Showalter edging up towards the front. Willie Bunt here with Andino, who in this series tried to lay one down and popped it up, and has worked on bunting since.
Yep. Then most of the club was back out the next afternoon. It wasn't so much the technique of Andino, but it was the pitch he chose to try to bunt.
25-year-old right-hander. There's the bunt attempt, and fouled right straight back.
A little bit late setting up if it is a sacrifice situation. A long set of signs from Willie Randolph.
Tatum on at first base, the leadoff batter. Andino's single came in the Orioles' big 3rd inning when they got 4 runs on 4 hits off Francis. Rapata and Koji Uehara now in the bullpen. Andino has 2 sacrifices on the year for the Orioles. Betterman is in and near the line at 3rd. Here's the 1-1 delivery, shows bunt, and he pops it up again, stabbing at it. Hosmer's got it.
Well, trying to get the go-ahead run. You watch him stab at this pitch, and that head of the bat drop at the last second. That's what causes the ball to go up into the air.
So the non-productive out is the first of the inning, leaving the runner at first base. Adam Jones coming up. He is lined out, singled, and grounded out. Holland a look, swung on and missed. Take a look at our league leaderboard, brought to you by Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Action-packed table games, red hot slots await at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. RBIs at home on top, Adam Jones 24, as Dribble Cabrera and Mark Teixeira. Then Beltre, Cano, and Gordon. Fouled away. Adam has hit .390 over the last 14 ball games. You talk about those RBIs. He's had 14 RBIs in the last 21.
A lot of crooked numbers for Adam offensively.
Tatum waiting at first base to be moved around here in the bottom of the 7th. Orioles out hitting the Royals now 10-9. And Jones will swing and miss. Holland the strikeout, 2 down.
Look at his 0-2 breaking ball. It's a good one. 12-6 slider looks like.
Nick Markakis with 2 away has singled, flied out, and grounded out. 3 for 11 in this series against Kansas City. At the knees for a strike. Markakis hitting .273 against the Royals on the season. He's had a homer and a couple of RBIs against Kansas City. Oh, 1 delivery. And that will miss outside. Holland with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. It's about as hard as the wind has blown here. It was about 8 miles an hour when we started, and hasn't gone any higher than that, certainly. Here's the 1-1. Markakis. Oh my gosh, that hit Holland. He gets right back up, and the out is recorded by AVILES. Wow. A 1-6-3. And he got up in a hurry.
He didn't take him down too long on the mat. Not sure it's because he got him in the chest.
Remind you to buckle up day and night. Click it or ticket. Every ride, every time, day and night.
Well, Clay Potter will come out of the bullpen. 14th appearance on the year. Has already worked in this series. Pitched in game 1. Retired Alex Gordon. And this is the life of a matchup left-hander. He'll be in, I'm sure, for maybe a hitter at the most, in to face Hosmer in this situation in the tie game. And before these series starts, I'm sure Clay Potter goes, I'm either going to get Gordon or I'm going to get Hosmer at some time, either leading off an inning or an important out, and it is the life of a matchup left-handed reliever.
So Eric Hosmer is that person leading off the 8th inning. Hosmer's had an 0 for 3, 2 for 12 in the series. Rapado on for Guthrie. Both starters are non-decision. Guthrie giving up the 5 runs, 4 earned on 9 hits over 7 innings. The 0-1 delivery. Hosmer in the off speed. 0-2.
Quickly behind.
Eight of the last 11 games these two teams have played have been either 1 or 2 run differentials. The Orioles got one of those big wins last night, 9-2. Of course, they had the 2-run difference with the 9th inning walk-off by Adam Jones in game 1, 5-3. Here we've got a 5-5 game. Thought about it, stays away, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hosmer 4 for 17 off lefties. Koji's ready to go. 2-2 delivery. Made him reach for it. Shallow right center. Jones. He's done it. Hosmer retired. That'll be it for Rapata. So he will come on and get that matchup out Lanny was talking about. And with Jeff Francoeur coming up, Koji O'Hara will come out of the bullpen for the Orioles. A pen over the last 3 games that has not given up a run.
Last 8 games, 8 1/3. Microscopic ERA 1.08. 9 strikeouts for Koji. And career relief in 3 games. He has not allowed a run to the Royals. 3 Ks and limited work, 2 2/3 innings, and hasn't really worked since the National Series, where he pitched in back-to-back games to end that series. 20th appearance on the year. ERA heading in the right direction, down now to 2.70. And he's here to really handle the right-handed part of this middle of the order for the Kansas City Royals. Forgot who we were playing there for a minute.
Know the feeling.
I could only look out there and find out real quickly.
Here's Jeff Francoeur. 1 down, nobody on. 5-5 ball game. We're in the 8th. Francoeur will take it for a strike. 36-year-old Koji O'Hara. The right-handers hitting just 194 off him, and the left-handers 167. 0-1 delivery. Francoeur will take the pitch. It is down low, and a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Francoeur always dangerous in these situations. He's got some power. That'll go to short. Hardy. 2 down. Let's update you in the AT&T. Oh, we're not going to update you. We haven't told you yet. See, I forgot too. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T player of the game. Nolan REIMOLD, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Melky Cabrera, he's had a couple of RBIs and a base hit. And Chris Getz has gone 3 for 3 in the ball game. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 51862. And the next time we talk to you about that, we'll have an update. Here's Billy Butler.
And maybe be rehydrated.
Maybe. You think drinking all this coffee on a hot, humid day is really good for you?
I just wonder if that makes any sense.
No. Keep it black, though. Butler hitting at 291. Hasn't had a hit today, but he got robbed on a fine play by Markakis back in the 3rd inning. And a diving catch in right field. O'Hara's 2-0 delivery to him, and that'll be fouled away.
He's had a real big series, but a quiet afternoon today.
Here's the 2-1 delivery to the DH. Why did I swing at that, he said. 2-2.
That's the thing. Sometimes with the hitters with the leg lift trying to hit against Koji are kind of fun to watch. He has that timing mechanism with the left foot. And if you don't get that timing just right, we've seen this a lot, the ball will be in the glove before you get your timing mechanism.
Breaking ball that caught the inside corner. Big inning right there as Rafata Nuahara retired the 3. It remains a 5-5 game. Copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Gary Thorne, Mike Flanagan, and a good one yet to be decided. The Orioles are after the sweep and a 5-game win streak. A 5-game win streak they have not had yet this year. Holland on the mound against Guerrero, and he fouls it back. Vladdy's had an 0 for 3, so his 10-game hit streak so far at least has not been extended.
This is going to be a real interesting matchup with a rookie on the mound who's just not used to trying to pitch to Guerrero to throw off the plate. A couple pretty good sliders to start out. That's obviously Holland's best pitch. And we saw this against the Nationals. They threw Jordan Zimmerman threw him sliders all afternoon, and then left one up in the zone on an 0-2 count, and Vlad just hit a bullet in the seats for the win.
2-strike count on Guerrero, and Vladdy in the air to center. Cabrera 2 steps in. Guerrero retired, 1 away in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Our Suzuki game flow, Otto's all-wheel drive lineup. Suzuki, the power of engineering. 2 starters non-decision. Guthrie and Francis turned over to the bullpen. A seesaw game. Orioles trailed a 4-0 at one point in the ball game, then had a 5-4 lead at one point, and then Kansas City came back to tie it. Nolan REIMOLD has had the big day for the Orioles. 2 home runs. He's due up next. Mark Reynolds, an RBI base hit, and has struck out twice. He has also scored a run. Tiefert and Crow in the bullpen. Sports Illustrated had an interesting story a few weeks ago about home runs and strikeouts. Guys like Reynolds, of course, are cited for the strikeouts, but they get the advantage, if you will, by hitting home runs. Historically, about 1 homer for every 6.4 strikeouts. But that number has gone up this year. Home run for every 8+ strikeouts now. And some question about whether or not does it make sense anymore to have the high strikeout rates on guys who hit home runs when the home run ratio is getting longer. And Mark Reynolds is right on the money. He's exactly at the average. His career average is a home run for every 6.43, which is exactly what the major league average was prior to this year. And it's jumped up to a home run every 8.17, which is exactly what the average is for 11.
I heard that was a little bit spooky. The correlation for those numbers and directly to Reynolds.
He's right on the money. He is exactly what as advertised.
Yeah, so it's not so much the total number of strikeouts, it's the ratio really between the strikeouts and the home runs that you hit. And again, I would say Reynolds' home runs we would perceive to be a little less than they should be, or a little less than average.
3-1 delivery on the way. And the whole gist of that for team managements is it worth to have the strikeouts in return for the homers that you get, or is the number becoming the differential so wide that it's no longer worth that?
Yeah, I think if the number becomes, the number, I guess if it's 40 home runs and strikeouts, you can live with it.
Yeah.
If it's 15, probably not.
Here's the 3-2 delivery to him, and he will go down swinging third time today. Holland gets the strikeout, his second.
Take a look at this pitch from Holland, pretty much right to the glove. Pretty impressive stuff. We've seen an outstanding slider, now a fastball up to 97 and right to the glove of Pena behind the plate.
Pena's going to go out and say, in case you weren't watching, this guy took 2 home runs.
See this guy number 14, you've been way out in that bullpen. It might be hard to see from that upper tier, but he's had a pretty good afternoon.
REIMOLD with 2 home runs, a solo shot in the second inning, and a 3 RBI homer that came in the third inning.
I used to like some of those meetings, but whatever you do, don't hang it.
Don't hang it.
And what do you think you're going to do? It's all you think about. It's like the Vladi. Whatever you do, don't throw this over the plate.
So the next thing you do is throw it over the plate.
There was those pitchers meetings we used to have before games, and the hitter would come up and they'd say, like whatever it was, Killerbird, don't hang it. Hangers would come flying out of our lockers. Please don't use the negative. Please say throw a good slider. Don't say don't. I hated can'ts and don'ts. You can't do this and don't do that.
And it's as though you practice throwing bad sliders.
Oh, yeah.
You're always looking to do that. 2 ball, 1 strike count, 2 down. Bottom of the 8th inning. Ball game tied 5-5. REIMOLD, the 2-1 delivery to him, and he fouled it off. Pena trying to hang on, not quite. And the count goes to 2-2.
Could always read through the fake optimism, though, too, when a pitching coach would come out and he'd say, you're throwing all right, you'll be just fine, and then turn to the infielder and say, know who you got on the cutoffs, know what bases you're backing up out there. It's like, thanks.
We know you're going to be good.
But good, but you guys going to play a lot deeper. He really doesn't have a whole lot today.
2 ball, 2 strike count on REIMOLD. And Holland's delivery is going to be outside. So he takes it full. 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 down. Morgantown, North Carolina native Greg Holland on the mound. First major league experience, 15 games last year. 18 2/3 innings. So still a rookie.
Yeah, it seems like everybody was a top number one or 2 pick.
And he walked it. So REIMOLD is on. That's only the second walk the Orioles have picked up today. Francis typically giving up only 1. Guthrie gave up none. J.J. Hardy. Hardy a single, walked and grounded out. Orioles with the 4 of the 5 runs they have today off home runs. They're at 38% of their runs have been scored on homers this season. They have used the long ball throughout the course of the first couple of months as much as any team in the game. Hardy with an 0-1 count, hitting at .247 this year. REIMOLD back on the bag. Orioles double digits and hits again. That's the 12th time in the last 15 games the Orioles have had double digit hits in a ball game. 2 strike count on Hardy.
Yeah, the offense has really had a pretty good homestand. 9 runs yesterday to 5 in game 1 of the series.
As a result, the Orioles have finally reached that magic 4-run number in home games. They had been about 3.5 runs per game at home, but this homestand has moved it up to 4. Two-strike count. Hardy will reach. Nice play, Hosmer. He'll take it to the bag. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the 9th inning. Game is still tied at 5. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Honda. Visit your Honda dealer during the Really Big Thing sales event for great offers on all Honda cars and trucks. Koji Ohara will stay on. He got the final 2 outs in the 8th inning. As we go to the 9th, Betterment, Aviles, and Pena, 6, 7, and 8 in the order will be coming up. So a 5-5 game. Wilson, Betterman in the ball game. The base hit in the 2nd inning. Cabrera 2 RBIs. Aviles has 1 and gets all coming in that 4-run 2nd. And Gordon got the RBI in the 4th inning. And that's going to be a base hit into right center field. Jones bobbles it. Betterman's going to go to 2nd. Here's the throw. It'll be a base hit and an error. The 3rd error charged against the Orioles in this game.
We'll take a look into the alley. Adam Jones, look at it, go off the heel of his glove. And that little bobble will Betterman turn it on right here when he sees the bobble, heads into scoring position.
Escobar, the shortstop, will come on as the pinch runner for Betterman. So the potential go-ahead run in the top of the 9th inning is on. Betterman taking advantage of the error. The Orioles have already given up 1 unearned run in the game on the catcher interference. Looking for the bunt. Infield. In and moving. He squares and he pops it up. And a great catch made by Tatum. Diving to get the out.
Well, we've seen it come into play, the little things that the teams can do. And so just that bat head drop just enough. And just barely in the reach of Craig Tatum.
Boy, what a big play that is potentially. So the runner stays at 2nd base, now 1 away. Here is Pena, who is singled, flied out, and struck out. O'Hara will get the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Orioles bullpen has really been in a shutdown mode of late. The pen has given up just 1 run in the last 12 innings for a .75 ERA coming into the game. Guthrie worked 7. Penn got out of the 8th facing only 3 batters, and here we are in the 9th.
Yeah, so certainly a direct correlation between starting pitching and running deeper in the ball games and success of your bullpen. The starters had a few short starts, really drains the bullpen.
1-1, got him out in front of that. 1-2.
There's that splitter by Koji. Late breaking right to the middle of the plate. Came right over the top.
Count is 1-2. Escobar being held by Hardy as close to second as he can get him, as he represents that potential go-ahead run here in the 9th inning. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and he struck him out.
Well, 1-2 pitch is another splitter. I've seen Koji go to this a little bit more of late for the strikeout. Especially the clubs that haven't seen a lot of Koji. Real effective pitch.
And that will bring up Getz, the infield. Back all the way up. Getz has had a big day, 3 for 3. And he takes a strike, and he really didn't agree with that one.
Yeah, maybe one of the few hitters on the planet that sorry to see Guthrie leave the ball game.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. And gets him ahead, 2-strike count. You can follow the Orioles, MLB.com at Bat 2011 app, iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Text at Bat 31826. Fans on their feet. Runner off second, the 0-2 delivery. Got him! Called strike 3, and he's hot. Getz did not like 2 of the calls that were made against him. No runs, 1 hit, an error. A base runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 5-5.
Stay with us. We're coming right back with those extra postgame. And Rick, one of those games, Orioles come back after trailing 4-0 early, battling it out. And here we go, bottom of the 9th, tie game. It's anyone's game.
Well, Guthrie had a little bit of trouble in the 2nd inning. He gave up 4 runs. But Nolan Ryan, what a day he has had. You got to see a couple of swings that he took today. The Orioles comeback wins on Tuesday, blow out there. They're looking to come back again today.
8-9-1 are due. Let's see how it turns out. Back to the booth and Gary and Mike.
Jim Rick, thanks very much. 5-5 ball game going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And a reminder, for every Orioles walk this season, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to the Living Classrooms Foundation. 148 walks, $7,400. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take the first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Escobar was a pinch runner, moves to short now. Regular shortstop. Aviles, who had been playing there today, moves over to third base. Betterman is out of the game. Luke Scott is going to come on as a pinch hitter. And going to the bullpen, we will see the third pitcher of the day, Aaron Crow.
Aaron Crow worked in game 1 of the series, the game 1 where they had the lead. Pitched the 8th inning in that game. Outstanding stuff. 21st appearance, 24 strikeouts and 23 innings of work. He's really become a young go-to setup man for the Royals. Again, outstanding stuff. Fastball, curveball, throws very hard.
So Luke Scott will pinch hit for Fox, who had a 1 for 3 in the ballgame with a single. Luke has gotten the job done coming off the bench. He's 2 for 4, a home run and 2 pinch hit RBIs, and there's one to the backstop for ball 1.
Yeah, like you said, 6 for 9 in pinch hitting situations. A couple of doubles, home runs, 3 RBI. Big time numbers off the bench.
Scott will foul that one away. Luke has not been starting in the ball games where the left-handers have been on the mound. He's really struggled against the lefties. 2 for 24, both home runs. But when those right-handers are on, he's on. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Game tied at 5. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The Orioles, after the 5-game win streak, Kansas City, they have lost 4 in a row coming into this ball game. But Showalter's club with a chance for a sweep against this Kansas City team and a chance to take a 4-2 edge in the season series. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Scott. That'll be in the air to center. Very deep Cabrera, and deeper still to get it. Let's update you on the voting. AT&T Player of the Game, REIMOLD, has got a chance to be the winner. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, 51862. Results in the O's Extra Post Game Show. There's Nolan, who's been perfect. 3 hits, 2 home runs, on base all 4 times to the plate. A walk included and a single. Greg Tatum, who's made a big play in that 9th inning, getting that pop-up on the AVILES attempted sacrifice. Tatum, a base hit that came in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3. Aaron Crow out of the University of Missouri gets the pitch in for a strike. Crow's 2nd professional season. He did play independent ball in 08 and 09. He was with the Fort Worth Cats of the Independent American Association, a great ERA of 106. Awful hard to read, though, numbers coming out of the independent leagues. Swung on and missed, and Tatum is retired, 2 down.
And we saw his stuff a couple of nights ago, 96-97 with command. I mean, that is right to the glove of Pena behind the plate. He has been very impressive, and certainly in games against the Orioles.
And he's ready to go, Mike. He gets the ball. He's, tell the confidence level's way up. He wants it and throws it. Here's Andino. Robert Andino, a single and a run scored, 1 for 4. .0 delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike. Second time we have seen Kevin Gregg up in the bullpen. Here's the 1-1 delivery. I would have to believe Simon now is not available. He warmed up 3 times and is set back down again.
Yeah, he's been up a lot since being activated.
Yeah,
usually twice up and twice after that you're finished. I guess I would take that back. Extra innings, everything goes out the window.
Yeah. 2-1 delivery down to third, backhanded. And the throw by AVILES is in time, and free baseball is exactly where we're going. 9 complete. Score tied 5-5. This will be the 2nd extra inning ball game between these two.
in the year, 8 out of 11 in save opportunities. He's pitched just in one game against the Royals this year, an inning of work, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Career-wise, 3-2 in 11 games for Kevin Gregg. Pretty good success against this Royals club, so he hasn't worked since pitching the 9th inning against the Nationals in that 2-1 game where he finished up the game that was ended on a double play, strike him out, throw him out. So back in now in this tie game. It's the way the managers like to use their closers in tie games, to give you an inning of assurance that the other team won't score. It's usually going through the middle or the top of their order, which is exactly where Kevin Gregg fits in.
Luke Scott will stay in the ball game after pinch hitting and be at first base. Koji O'Hara, outstanding job, an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Alex Gordon, top of the order. These two teams played an extra inning ball game in Kansas City. First game 6-5. Kansas City won it 10 innings. Orioles have already guaranteed the series win, are looking for that sweep now in extra innings. 22,722 720 the announced attendance, settling in for the 10th. And an outside corner strike called. Gordon got the RBI double in the 4th inning. Struck out, flied out, reached on a catcher's interference call. Strike is taken. The KC hitters, more so than the Oriole hitters here as the game's gone along, have had things to say to Chris Conroy, the home plate umpire, about some of the strike calls. Getz was really upset at the end of that last inning. Gregg's 2-2 delivery, and Gordon will foul it away.
That's certainly how they've worked. Alex Gordon hasn't changed. They've just tried to stay away from him this whole series.
Two balls, 2 strikes on him. Gordon hitting only .217 against the Orioles this year. 1 home run. Nick Markakis will have to play that on a hop. So a 2-hit ball game and a leadoff single in the 10th inning for Alex Gordon.
Let's look at the pitch. Again, they've just stayed on the outside corner. 2-2 pitch back out there again. And almost, I'm sure, Alex Gordon looking out over the plate.
That's 11 hits in the game for the Royals, 10 for the Orioles. Orioles have been charged with 3 errors and 1 unearned run in the game. No errors for KC. Showing the bunt. A beauty. Tatum will get him. Cabrera gets the job done, a sacrifice, moving Gordon down to second base.
Well, one of those situations, take the out. Not too many successful bunts in this series. Pretty good play by Tatum.
It'll be Cabrera's second sacrifice of the year. Eric Hosmer, the youngsters, had an 0 for 4. A couple of hits and 13 at bats so far in the series. The minor leaguer who was leading all minor leaguers in batting average at .439 when he got called up. He had 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. Playing at AAA ball. 1-0 delivery to Hosmer. That's an outside corner strike, 1-1.
We've seen Kevin Gregg, really this Don Stanhouse school of pitching, really is black or ball. He's going to try to hit the corner or just miss. Nothing for the middle of the plate.
Timeout asked for by Hosmer. Gordon's the runner at second. Orioles have left 5 on base. The Royals have left 4. 3 out of 4 in scoring position for the Royals. None for the Orioles, who were left on. None of them were in scoring position. Joakim Soria, who suffered the blown save and the loss in the Orioles' 9th inning win in Game 1, is warming up. Here's Gregg's 2-1 delivery. Shattered the bat and fouled it off.
That's a slider right down on the hands of Hosmer.
Greg will try and throw another one like that. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be fouled back. Inside, outside, holds the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Not too close to take.
Orioles have not swept the Royals since April of 2007. And they had a 3-game series sweep. Count at 2-2. And reached again. Ground ball to second. Was tapped that way. Andino with a little underhand toss to Scott to get the out. Gordon will move over to third base, but there are 2 down.
Yeah, not that easy a play.
You don't want to overthrow.
You don't want it to bounce too many more times. You can tell the runner's bearing down on first base. A lot can go wrong.
Francoeur with the runner at third, 2 away. He has 2 singles in the ball game. Francoeur is 2 for 4. And will take the pitch outside for a ball. Always a tough out for the Orioles.
Yeah, 2 for 8 lifetime against Kevin Gregg with a home run.
He's had a couple of home runs and 4 RBIs against the Orioles this year. Gregg will fall behind him, 2-0. Butler, designated hitter, waiting on deck. Two and one. Against Gregg, the right-handers hitting .286, left-handers .231 on the year. 2 home runs surrendered by Gregg have gone to right-handers, or left-handers rather. And tried for the inside corner and doesn't get it. 3-1.
Now take a look at his last pitch by Kevin Gregg. To target from Tatum, moves to the inside part of the plate. Looks like just off the corner in. Again, he won't throw very many in the middle of that box.
3-1 delivery, and he walked him. Gregg thought he maybe had at least one of those 2.
That's why the fans react to the ball call, because they'll watch the glove of Tatum. Just moves a little bit, but just enough to be inside.
That is the first walk surrendered by the 4 Oriole pitchers in this ball game. Oh, Kansas City's got runners at first and third in the 10th. There are 2 down. Kansas City is a team 6th in walks. And Buck Showalter doesn't want any part of Butler. So they're going to load the bases with the intentional pass. That'll load him up for Escobar. He's going to get his first at bat in the ball game.
It's a situation where you really don't like to load the bases and limit what the pitcher can do, but I think Butler has been such a proven hitter over the years, and Escobar, who will be the hitter, has had a tough year with the bat. Very low batting average in the 220s with a low on base percentage. No comparison between Butler and Escobar as a hitter.
So bases loaded, top of the 10th inning, game tied at 5. Escobar came on to run for betterment, stayed in the ball game at short.
Mark Reynolds down at third base looking for some help on where to play it. In some respects, I don't think the bunt is out of the question. So Reynolds will play back about even with the bag. Really in that kind of in-between land.
Greg misses ball 1. Escobar 3 for 17 against the Orioles this year. 1-0 delivery to him, will be fouled back. They've loaded him up here in the 10th.
And that's the thing with Escobar. Doesn't get a whole lot of walks either. 9 on the year and 171 at bats. I think all that filtered into the decision by Buck Showalter to walk Butler.
And believing enough in Kevin Gregg's ability to throw strikes that he wouldn't walk him yet. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and he does bunt, and he fouled it back. It was a safety squeeze. At least Gordon wasn't moving.
I think he was trying to be a surprise bunt on the part of Escobar. And now Reynolds can move back a couple more steps.
Well, the Oriole faithful up here in the 10th. A 1-ball, 2-strike count with the sacks full. 2 down. It hit me. He's saying, no, it didn't, says Chris Conroy.
Take a look at his pitch from Kevin Gregg. Hard to tell.
Yeah. And that's going to miss. So no place to put him. The intentional pass surrendered to Butler ahead of him that loaded the bases. Now Gregg has gone full in this tie game. A 3-ball, 2-strike count, 2 down. Gordon at third. FRANCOEUR at second, and Butler at first will be moving. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Swung on and hit in the air to right. Nick Markakis is under it, and the strategy works. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The bases are left loaded. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Jones, Markakis, and Guerrero. And it worked as Kevin Gregg got it done. So we go to the bottom of the 10th inning of the ball game tied.
Yeah, Aaron Crow back out for his second inning of work. Pretty impressive in the 1, but now he has to go through the heart of the Oriole lineup, and certainly the hottest part of the Oriole lineup with Jones, Markakis, and VLADIMIR Guerrero due.
Jones has singled and scored a run, 1 for 4 in the ball game. REIMOLD 2 home runs in the game, 4 RBIs, 3 hits. Reynolds has an RBI single. The Orioles picking up 4 runs on 4 hits in the 3rd inning after REIMOLD had picked up the first homer in the 2nd. Adam Jones had the walk-off 9th inning shot in game number 1.
Look at his first pitch from Aaron Crow. Breaking ball looks like it gets away from him.
1-0 delivery is outside the third foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, that breeze maybe's picked up a little bit from left to right, but we haven't had much of a breeze here. And down there in the field, it's well over 90. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Jones on a tailing pitch, 1-2.
He's got an outstanding slider. Make no mistake about the stuff that Aaron Crow possesses. 96, 97, late breaking slider with command we've seen so far.
24-year-old right-hander. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Orioles head out after this ball game for Oakland, so of course you're going to have an extra inning game. You got to fly cross country for tomorrow night's game. Chris Tillman, Gio Gonzalez, scheduled starters there. 3 in Oakland and then on to Seattle for 3. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Jones will hold the count right there. Orioles 6-3 in 1-run ball games. Kansas City 11-7. Extra innings. Orioles are 2-4. Foul back again. Royals have played 10 extra inning ball games and split them. The 1-2 delivery. Got him. So Crow gets the strikeout, his second. 1 down, bottom of the 10th.
And take a look at it. 1-2 pitch right to the glove. And this young man's in a pretty good groove out of this pen. He really has done it since the start of the season. I think he started with 13 or 14 consecutive scoreless innings. One of those really what you're counting on is one mistake. Hang one pitch or one fastball that catches the middle.
Big Markakis picked up a hit his first time up. That extended his hit streak to 11 games. He's 1 for 4. These two teams just playing so evenly here so far in these series on the year. This game number 6 the two have played. That one right out in front of home plate hit the dirt. Played by Aviles is throwing a good one. 2 down.
Well, Aviles has been all over the field. Started off at shortstop, up the middle, in the hole. Now over at third base, makes a nice play.
So Vladdy's going to get another chance. He's 0 for 4 in the game, not extending that 10-game hit streak that he has. More importantly, a chance maybe to rock one here. And that'll be buried in the dirt. 5-11-0 for the Royals, 5-10-3 for the Orioles. 3 errors resulting in 1 unearned run in the ball game for the for Kansas City. Down to third, Aviles again. 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Crow. We go to the 11th. 5-5. couple of walks, one intentional, and the hit. Now Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo will come out of the bullpen. 18th appearance on the year. You see his numbers in 21 innings. Hits a little bit on the high side at 25, and also 1-to-1 walk to strikeout ratio. 14 walks, 14 strikeouts for Ricardo. He's had some success here against the Royals in his career. 0-0, but a couple of saves in 8 games of work against the Royals. 8 innings, 8 hits, 1 home run allowed, a couple of walks, and 5 strikeouts. So he'll come on here to face the bottom third of the Royals lineup. We'll have to wait to see if it gets somebody else up to go through the middle of their lineup. Again, those good left-handed hitters coming around one more time.
Mike AVILES will lead it off. He's had an RBI and a fielder's choice, officially 0 for 4. He tried to lay a sacrifice down in the 9th inning, and a fine play made by Tatum to catch it on a dive to the side, third base side of the plate. Key play in the 9th inning. One 0 count. Ricardo's delivery into the screen on the foul ball. 1-1. The Orioles victory would push them back to 500 on the season at 24-24. It would be the first time since May 1 that they would have a 500 record. And AVILES to second base. Andino.
Now slow walk back to that dugout for AVILES.
Pena, the switch hitter, sent a single. He's 1 for 4. That came in the 2nd inning when they scored 4 runs. The other one came in the 5th for Kansas City. Inside for a ball to him. Pena hitting just .211 on the season, 4 doubles, 1 home run. Ricardo will get it in. That's a foul ball. A's are playing against the Angels in Anaheim today. They've got a ball game that's going to be starting a day game on the West Coast, and they'll return home with a series against the Orioles starting tomorrow night. Left field, Nolan REIMOLD. 2 down. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow. We'll have the start of that series against the A's. Chris Tillman on the mound against Gio Gonzalez. Our coverage on MASN 2 HD 930 O's Extra, presented by Verizon 4G LTE, followed by our game coverage at 10. All the access you need is right here on MASN, and tomorrow night on the West Coast, if this game ends. There are 2 down. Here's Chris Getz.
Go right here from to the ballpark.
That's right. 2 down, nobody on. Reynolds in at third base. Speedster batting 9th, 3 hits, 2 singles, a double, 2 runs scored and an RBI, 3 for 4. And that one hauled in by Scott. Only 3 faced. Bottom of the 11th coming up. Ball game tied at 5. Reynolds, REIMOLD, and Hardy. Red Sox got 7 runs on 9 hits in the first inning. That's the most hits allowed by a major league pitcher in 1 inning in the last 20 years. Justin Berg faced 3 batters. He walked them all on just 12 pitches. That hadn't happened since 2006. And the Orioles got the Luke Hochevar. They scored 8 runs in the 4th, becoming the last American League team to have a 6-run inning. All pitchers' nightmares that took place yesterday. Back to the bullpen.
Yeah, each of those will keep you up at night. Blake Wood will come out of the pen. Worked in game 1 of the series. Came in the 7th inning of the game. Eventually won on the Adam Jones home run. But another one with good stuff out of this Royals bullpen. 19 innings, 18 hits, 6 walks for Blake Wood. 3rd round pick of the Royals back in the 2006 draft. I mean, very young team, youngest team in the major leagues. I think the average age is 26, or the average age of the club is 26. Good stuff. Fastball, slider, straight changeup.
Good job by both bullpens in this game. Greg Holland, 2 innings for KC, 1 hit, a couple of strikeouts and a walk. Crow, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Now Wood. Here's Mike Reynolds. The Orioles were out a 1/3 of an inning, got his left-handed hitter out. Koji O'Hara, an inning and 2/3. 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Kevin Gregg, an inning, a hit, a couple of walks, 1 intentional, but nothing against him. And now Accardo's on for the Orioles. Ned Yost to settle back on the bench. Reynolds has struck out 3 times and has an RBI single and a run scored.
We talked about it before the game. Reynolds against left-handers coming into this afternoon. 108, no RBIs, no home runs. 220 against the righties, and all 6 home runs, and at that time all 21 RBIs against right-handers.
Takes that pitch, and a 2-ball, 1 strike count. 1 more to win it. What the Orioles are looking for in the bottom of the 11th inning. 2-1 delivery. Trying to end it right there. 2-2.
Look at a fastball about belt high, right through it.
Reynolds started the day 7th in strikeouts. 2-2 delivery to him. Check swing. Adam Dunn leads the American League with 61 Ks. Reynolds with the 3s picked up has 52. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Our kids all had to go home and catch the bus today. Literally, I must have been, I don't know how many thousands of kids were on the end. They were all sitting in the upper deck, and they're all gone. They're all gone. Here's the 3-2. And again, foul back. '25-year-old Blake Wood trying to move the game on to yet another inning. 5-10-3 for the Orioles, 5-11-0 for the Royals. 3-2 delivery, and that's going to go into right field for a base hit. Getz was playing him towards second base, and Reynolds put it on the other side. Second hit of the ball game.
Yeah, hit a low bullet. Frankie's trying to stay away from the lead-off walk. Reynolds gets a strike to hit. And again, he hit a low rocket. Pretty good day today from Nolan Ryan with a couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. First multi-home run game of his career.
Can he do it again and finish it off? He's also picked up a single and a walk.
He had a walk-off home run going back to the 09 season against Toronto in May. 11th inning home run.
And that's in the air towards the gap, left center field. That's going to take a Kansas City hop. Ball game may well have been over if that stays in the field of play. It'll be a ground rule double. Second and third, and nobody out.
Real big afternoon by Nolan REIMOLD. Slider in the middle of the plate. And right on the button.
The intentional pass will be given to Hardy to load the bases and create an opportunity for the double play. With Luke Scott on deck. Hardy a single, couple of walks, including this one, and 2 ground ball outs in the ball game. So the Orioles with a real chance to sweep this series, as they're going to load them up with nobody out in the bottom of the 11th inning. Lewis Coleman has joined Everett Teaford in the bullpen. Manager on his way out.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a discussion on how he wants to play it.
Wants the left-hander to come on with Luke Scott coming up. Luke Scott heads back, and Wieters is going to come out and I think be the pinch hitter.
Hasn't pitched since the St. Louis Interleague Series. Came on to hold the lead in that one. And we'll see how manager Ed Yost was going to play this.
Teaford just turned 27. He had 5 years in the minors without a major league appearance prior to this year. Interesting. Scott and Wieters are both out. Buck Showalter didn't want to tip his hand until the announcement was made, and with nobody out.
Yeah, I think he's going to go maybe ahead with the matchup. We'll see, and have Wieters hit for the catcher Tatum.
Yeah. And Luke Scott indeed will hit, and Wieters will be in the on-deck circle. So Teaford, who made his major league debut this season, comes on with the bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 11th inning. 1 run to win it. Reynolds is that lead runner at third base. Defense being set up, of course, with everybody drawn in. You got to go to the plate.
They're going to be low, in shallow enough in the outfield to throw Reynolds out at home plate from third base before he can score from third.
And Luke Scott will try and end this ball game.
Usually these situations, it's strike one is critical for the pitcher. Looks like the hitter getting ahead.
Luke will chop it. Runners coming. Got to get the out, and they do. A nice play by Hosmer, and not an easy one. The rookie at first base gets the first out at the plate.
Yeah, English all over this ball. Watch this pitch, breaking ball away from Luke Scott. So it's top spin, and he waits and bare hands it. Didn't get a great grip on it. So
bases remain loaded, one away. Now, of course, you got some options. You don't have to go to the plate if you think you can turn the double play to end the inning on a ground ball.
Yeah, they're going to play back at third, and actually for two up the middle. Hosmer will play for a plate, possible plate.
Making sure they know Hosmer being told at first base, go to second now if that ground ball comes to you. They got his attention over there to make sure that he would make the play they want.
Maybe remind him there's a 560 hitter with runners in scoring position at the plate too, in case you haven't noticed.
Eddie Rodriguez, the third base coach, also sets up the infield. Here's Wieters. He's trying to end it. One down, 11th inning, 5-5. Pinch hit appearance for the Orioles catcher. Wieters has not had an at-bat as a pinch hitter this year. He's hitting .243 right compared to .275 left. And will take the pitch, and Tiford gets it in there for a strike. Outfield, of course, has to stay shallow to be able to make a throw to the plate on a fly ball. REIMOLD now is the lead runner. One strikeout on Wieters. 0-2.
So far, slower than slow to Matt Wieters. He's right out on that front foot.
Tiford, a Georgia native, selected by the Royals in the 12th round in 06. Wieters to short. Here's a chance for two. Whoa! How about that? The Orioles had the bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the 11th, and do not score. 5-5. In there, he really wanted to give him a full day off, but Wieters, after pinch hitting, will stay on and will do the catching. Jeremy Accardo worked the last inning, retired the side in order, will be on the mound again, and the top of the order will be coming up for the Royals.
Important inning right off the bat after not scoring to come right back and shut this Royals offense down. Top of the order, the most dangerous part of the Royals order. A couple of left-handed hitters for Accardo to try to go through.
Saved by the hop of the baseball for the Royals, probably because REIMOLD's double with Reynolds on at first, had that not gone into the stands for a ground rule double, it probably would have allowed Reynolds to come around to score because he'd gotten a good jump. Then they loaded him up, and the Orioles, with nobody out, bases loaded, couldn't get one in. Here is Alex Gordon. He's had a double single in the ball game, 2 for 5. We've seen both managers go to the intentional pass to load the bases in this game, and it has worked each time. Butler was walked by the Orioles in the 10th inning, and then Yost decided in the 11th to give the walk to Hardy. So both managers have used that, and both times it's gotten the team out of the inning. Second base, Andino in the outfield grass. One down. Twelfth inning of baseball here at Camden Yards. Royals got one in the first. They would, or rather in the second inning, got 4 to get the lead of 4-0. REIMOLD made it 4-1 in the second inning when he picked up the home run. Royals added another in the 4th inning. The Orioles had a 4-run third that gave them the lead for the moment, and then Kansas City came back to tie it up at 5. And we've not had a run scored since. The runs came early in this one. That 4th inning run that tied the ball game up on Gordon's base hit. It's the last run scored. A 1-ball, 2-strike count.
8 shutout innings by the Royals since then.
Blake Wood got out of it, no part of an inning, 2 hits and an intentional pass, and nothing surrendered. 1-2 delivery is fouled away. Melky Cabrera with a .280 average standing in, 4-game hit streak, and a big series for him. The 2 RBIs and a base hit in this game. 5 hits, 12 at bats in the series. 1-2 delivery, and Cabrera will take it outside. Cabrera has been their hottest RBI man. He's had 17 runs batted in the last 20 ball games. Ricardo with a 2-2. Buck Showalter and company had come to the top step in that last half inning. They're seated again. 2-2 away, and Ricardo makes it full. 3-ball, 2-strike count on Cabrera here in the 12th with 1 down and nobody on.
Checking the future strategies.
Three-two delivery. Back to the mound. Ricardo. 2 down. First baseman Eric Hosmer made a real nice play that last half inning to record the out at the plate, and then they got the double play to end the inning. That will miss for a ball. He has not had a hit in 5 times up in this ball game. 2 for 14 in the series against the Orioles. 2-0. These two teams are having a season of grinded out ball games. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and he will catch the strike zone. 2-1.
The clubs really have been working him like a 20-year veteran, Hosmer. Reputation has preceded itself.
2-1. Outfield grass again. Andino. Good job by Ricardo. 3 ground balls to retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the 12th at Camden Yards. Still tied at 5. Ball game to the bottom half of the 12th inning. Tiford, a great job coming out with the bases loaded, nobody out, and took care of business. Gave up nothing in the inning, worked, and so we'll go deeper into the Kansas City bullpen.
And Lewis Coleman will come out of the bullpen. 15th game on the season. Worked in game 1 of the series. 14 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 walks, 16 strikeouts. Nice walk to strikeout ratio. Again, we saw him in game 1. Real good arm, fastball, slider combination. Made his major league debut. Another one of the young Royals, April 21st versus the Union. Puts a couple of scoreless innings in that game, and the Royals got the win. And this Royal bullpen, though, is very young. They're 11-7 on the year.
Coleman just turned 25 years old. Out of Greenwood, Mississippi. And only his 3rd year in the pros. Sidewinds that one in from the third base angle. Robert Andino, Orioles back at the top of the order. Andino, Jones, and Markakis in the 12th. Andino a single and a run scored, 1 for 5. And the pitch will catch the outside corner, first strike. Chris Conroy, home plate umpire. He's had one long day in this hot, humid day, and between every inning, hydrating. Here's the 1-1, foul back. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Well, Simone's up, and if our count's right, this is the 4th time.
I'm not sure. At least a couple hours ago, but I don't know if that counts as rest.
Jim Johnson, Gonzalez, and Simone available in the bullpen. Joaquin Soria, Robinson Tejeda, Tim Collins for KC. Just missed as he tried to come inside. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Andino. Andino will take it outside, so he works the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Andino hitting at .260, getting playing time with Brian Roberts out. Coleman with a 3-2.
Get out, get out.
Right-handers hitting .065 against Coleman, as you might expect with that delivery that he has.
That low submarining delivery. Very tough on right-handers. Left-handers get a real good look at him.
He got that one into the gap. Cabrera going over to get it. It goes all the way to the wall. He's going to think about 3, and he's going to stop at second wisely. And it'll be a lead-off double for Andino in the 12th inning.
Take a look at the pitch in the middle of the plate from Coleman, and Andino all over it. Doubled. Thought about 3 and then put the brakes on. Diving back into second.
That's only the 3rd hit in 32 at bats by a right-hander against Coleman. Now will Jones bunt. Nobody out, 12th inning. Aviles in at 3rd. He shows bunt and takes it inside for a ball. Adams picked up a single and a run scored in the game. And Coleman will step off. Orioles 13 hits in the game, 11 for the Royals. Each team has stranded 7. Here's the 1-0 delivery again. A look at a bunt and his foul back. 1-1. They're trying to get a play at third base here defensively with Hosmer charging at first. And Aviles trying to stay back, playing at that 45-degree angle at third base.
Yeah, he's telling him, you have this side of the infield. I have to hold my ground. Once the third baseman, the ball is bunted hard towards third, which is what you want to do, have him give up his position at third base. And Dino can walk into third.
Willie Randolph talking to Jones. You wonder, it looked like Adam was trying to bunt to first, which he doesn't want to do, and whether, if he was, is that what Willie had the discussion with him about right there. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Shows bunt and popped it up. Was there ever been a game where nobody wins?
I don't know, but both teams may be out early bunting tomorrow.
Or tonight.
Yeah. On the tarmac.
Now 1 away. A potential winning run at second.
I think this is an intentional walk, and we're going to have to see, because just the left-right matchups just don't work.
Well, we said the right-handers had done nothing against him. The left-handers, on the other hand, have been able to get to him 5 out of 15. So another intentional pass. And it will put runners on at first and second base in the bottom of the 12th with 1 away.
The chess match will continue.
And there's ball 4. Well, you figure with he's got this 10-game hit streak, he hasn't been able to extend. You keep giving him a chance. He's got to get one.
They get credit for 4 games if he gets one.
Guerrero's had an 0 for 5 in the ball game. He started out at 306. He's dropped to 298. But he's got a chance for a game-winning RBI. The defensive discussion at the mound. The one that matters, Andino on at second base. Infield double play depth. Aviles guards the line at third. Guerrero will take the pitch for a strike on the outside corner. A little delayed called strike right there.
And maybe his best breaking ball, the 81-mile-an-hour slider. As frame by Pena, who's gone all the way behind the plate for the Royals.
All of Guerrero's home runs have come here at Camden Yards this year, where he's hitting .333 coming into the game. Here's the 0-1 delivery to him. Guerrero reaching up the middle, base hit! Coming around Andino, the Orioles have won it in the 12th, 6-5. Guerrero, the game-winning RBI. So the Orioles have swept Kansas City and have a very good 5-3 homestand. And for the first time this year, the Orioles have a 5-game win streak. And Guerrero's got his hit streak at 11. Even though it took 6 at-bats to get there, he'll take it. That'll make Accardo the winner in the ball game. Jeremy is now 3-1, and Coleman will take the loss. He is 0-2. Join us again tomorrow. The Orioles are going to head out west. Oakland, the site. Chris Tillman takes on Gio Gonzalez. Coverage begins at 9:30 on Masson 2 HD with those extra, presented by Verizon 4G LTE. Our game at 10. For Mike Flanagan and our great crew here at Camden Yards, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody. The Orioles win it in 12, 6-5. This has been a Masson presentation. Jim and Rick, those extras coming right up. Camden Yards, a do-a-do.